Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9, when you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9, come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9, it's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9, when you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9, come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9, it's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9, when you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey.
All right, good morning and welcome in to a Tuesday Tingle & Co. show. Appreciate you guys getting in here. All your names and faces and profile pictures and screen names over there in the chat. I love to see them every single morning.
Good morning, Slat.
7 to 9. Slat, Glen, Sabrion, Wolfgang checking in from Memphis. Call done. Let's go. Good morning, Noah, Lloyd, Stew Dog, Christian, kinfolk. Nah, just Noah, Lloyd, and Christian this morning. Appreciate you guys. Lloyd, Christian, how was our Monday night? How was Michael, Lloyd?
Michael was excellent. Sometimes he brings a little bit of his second stress in. So we have to take care of the boy.
The outside factors?
Yes, the extraneous factors. We're trying to go 1-0 every Monday, Wednesday, Friday also.
There you go.
Great show.
Well, good.
We had we had Bryce on, Bryce Kuhn.
There you go.
Which we saw in Clemson. We saw him there. And talked a little ball.
Good. Well, that's good. Good. No guests for us this morning. We will have JD
the Lord
tomorrow. Yes.
He's always with you.
Always. We'll have JD tomorrow, of course, like every Wednesday. And then we'll see what we can do for Thursday and Friday. Christian, how was your Monday evening? Got that BK presser cut up for us?
Yeah, it was pleasant. You know, we hung out, obviously. Surprised you haven't mentioned that.
We did a little housewarming for our guy Pierce Patterson from CAS.
CAS Roofing. That's right.
There you go.
Went over to his house. Nice house.
Very nice house.
I enjoyed my time. Ate fried duck for the first time. That was pretty good.
There you
I've
go.
had duck before, but not that way.
Little homemade duck.
Must be nice to get those phone calls.
Mikey Matuk show is from 6 to 8 p.m. on Monday nights.
Yeah, that's where the
it's that
party
late?
ended.
Damn.
Yeah, it's from you've hosted the
Christian,
you've
when'd you
produced
go
the show
home?
No, I didn't do 6 to 8 though.
You did 1 to 3.
Yeah.
I think I may have done 1 to 3 and then like maybe 5 to 7, maybe.
Or
Or
bumped
4
it
to
up
6.
Bumped it up for the young
He likes to
child.
move it around.
Yeah.
Convenient show.
But appreciate you guys getting here. Charlie Oliver, Kinfolk is retired. Kinfolk will be back in here soon enough. Wait. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
What, is
we've-
Monday Night Football on during y'all's show last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that do y'all talk about it?
No, we ignore it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a decent game.
So you do talk about it.
Of
Vikings
course.
and the Bears.
It's a sports show, Christian. Don't look at TV. Don't even think about
Don't
it.
even think about that football game. That's
Okay, well,
on.
you just looked at it.
You told me not to, so I'm gonna do that.
No, Kinfolk will be back. We're working on. We've got a lot of mouths.
Don't
to
suck Noah's
feed.
dick on the show.
We've got a lot of mouths to feed here at Tingle & Co. Where we've only got 4 microphones and we've got 5 mouths that want to speak. So we're working on a schedule to get everybody in here. Sabrion, I couldn't get a happy birthday yesterday. Apologies, Sabrion. Didn't realize it was your birthday. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Late birthday. Thank you very much for being an avid listener and tuning in on your birthday. Happy belated, like Cordell said. But yeah, Kinfolk will be back tomorrow. We'll see if Stewie makes his way in this morning. But for now, it is me, Lloyd, and the child. Appreciate
You can say my
everyone
name.
for being here.
You can say it.
C-Man.
C-Man.
No, just say Christian, guys. Really? Is it really that hard?
Chrissy.
I have
Chrissy.
enough nicknames.
Chrissy's here.
Bro, I have enough nicknames. Okay?
Chrissy's here.
Chrissy's
Turkey.
here.
Appreciate you guys. BK had a presser yesterday. Christian cut that up. Shout out to C-Man.
That's right.
Cut that up for us, and we will listen to what BK had to say, previewing Florida, talking about Tech still a little bit, but mostly previewing what's to come this week. Also, getting back started with some of these position room discussions as Florida will come to town on Saturday. Did a deep dive into the defensive back room for Florida and watched their performance against USF this past Saturday, which
What did you learn?
that USF and LSU not really going to run
Different
similar
play
offenses.
styles.
The play style is very much different. So I don't know how much I truly learned on the way their defense will look against LSU. But some good things that you were able to see from that game. And then I was like, well, let me go watch the other game. And I was like, there's no reason to turn the Florida Long Island University film on.
Unless you want to potential just to see. When did Long Island start playing football?
Long Island threw 12 passes.
Oh.
So
How'd they do?
not good, 4 for 12.
Oh, that's not bad. Well, what?
1/3.
33%.
But I was like,
Baseball
I was
Hall of Famer.
neither of these teams, like LSU is going to throw it 50 times.
Yeah.
And both of these teams are not throwing the football.
So we don't know.
So we'll see. I mean, USF did throw it a good bit.
Would you play football at Long Island? Like, at what cost?
You gotta it's for the love of the game, man. Like it's like for me for basketball, I was in the mindset whenever I was a senior in high school. If any offer came across the table, I was gonna take it and go play.
Louisiana College.
I would have done it. Now,
LSUA.
I don't know how long LSUA's got a great program. I don't know how long I would have stuck it out, but I would have enrolled and done at least that first year.
LSUA is a great program.
They do have a really good program. Shout out Jordan Williams, Central High School graduate, all-time leading scorer for LSUA.
Hell yeah.
There you go. But yeah, no. So I mean, you gotta it's for the love of the game, man. Long Island University, a lot of hometown kids. Maybe there for the I don't even know what their mascot is. I'm about to say something random.
There's Shark, I think.
The Sharks, nice.
I'm looking. Is Long Island? Is that New York? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I feel like that's actually not the worst deal in the world. You get to live, I guess, right outside of New York or in New York.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a pretty sweet
You like
deal.
that?
Play football.
You'd go play football
Now
at
the
LIU?
facilities look like they're it's like a high school.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
well,
you can't have too high of
this
expectations.
this could be a lot worse.
But there wasn't, so we say all that to say there wasn't a lot of film to really break down on the Florida front. But you did get to see some good things in that USF loss that you could learn from if you're LSU. Yeah, it looks high schoolish.
Yeah.
In other news, rivals / on 3 / whatever, I can't keep up anymore. Sam Spiegelman, our guy, logged an expert prediction for LSU to land 2027 5-star tight end Ahmad Hudson, who is also a top 25 basketball prospect out of Ruston High School up there in North Louisiana. Ahmad, of course, is a legacy and is a dog, a freak of nature. So he is got an expert prediction to commit to the purple and gold. It was 60% there in the bottom left corner on the graphic that Rivals threw up there. Shout out to Sam Spiegelman for the excellent work. And I would assume that Ahmad would be a 2 sports similar to Trey-Dez, and then obviously 1 sport will win out. I do think Ahmad, from just watching both of them play high school basketball, Ahmad is a better basketball prospect than Trey-Dez was. But I still think, 1 sport will win out, and majority of the time, if you're at Louisiana State University and you're a 5-star on both sides, football usually wins out. So we'll see how that recruitment turns out. It's going to be one that LSU is going to make sure they stay locked in on there in the class of 2027, which could end up being a big one for the Tigers. Into the 2 claps for this morning. Speaking of commitments and visits, LSU Gymnastics hosted their first official visits. They had 4 recruits on campus, and then they went 4 for 4. They made up for the back in the little 5 for 5 back in the day. LSU Gym does their own. It goes 4 for 4.
You hear that, Shea Dixon?
There you go.
It can happen.
It can happen. Reese Sponda, Leah Reddick, Sage Bradford, and Zoe Cadron simultaneously committed to LSU on Monday. The Tigers went 4 for 4 on their first official visit hosting. They had all 4 of them on campus. They leave campus, and all 4 simultaneously. Like, literally, if you go to LSU Gym on Instagram and you hit their story, it's committed, all at the same time.
It's like CFB 26. You just keep seeing the confetti. Like,
So-
oh, yeah,
so
yes,
rolling in.
yes, yes.
Or if you're Jay Johnson.
Oh, yeah. That's the...
So,
It probably helped with this, too.
what, Jay went 3 for 3 on Saturday. Gymnastics goes 4 for 4 on Monday.
I wonder if they're on campus at the same time.
Who?
Like a little meet and greet.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But shout out to LSU Gymnastics. 2 claps. Ready.
4 claps.
I guess that would have been fitting. You always think of good things, and it's like a hair.
Well, I was pulling up
Right.
this because I was also on social media, and because Haley Bryant, LSU gymnastic extraordinaire, is now on the coaching staff, and I thought this was a great shirt. In a world where you can be anything, be a Tiger.
That is an excellent shirt.
Because Haley Bryant, very storied career at LSU, and now you put her on staff, and now you go 4 for 4. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Can't
good
be
recruiting
mutually-
pitch,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I can tell you exactly how this goes. I was literally on the team last year.
Yeah. Not just that, I'm also the greatest ever. Like, pretty good recruiting pitch right there. So, Biga said more like 10 for 10. Who's with me? I know Lloyd is.
Pervert.
Into the next 2
Sports
claps
show.
this morning. Yeah. Into the next 2 claps this morning. Rocco's, everyone's favorite bar in Omaha, Nebraska, is on their way this Saturday. Rocco's on the road at Fred's, raising money for the Baton Rouge Food Bank from 11 to 3 at Fred's this Saturday for LSU versus Florida. You can show your sport and have a chance to win the Marucci Sports 2025 LSU Jello Shot Championship bat by donating. So Rocco's making their way down for LSU Florida. Obviously, some Jello shots were had for an LSU Florida a couple years ago, which was LSU Florida in the national championship game series. And now they will make their way down for some LSU football. So Rocco's is on the road raising some money for the Baton Rouge Food Bank. Check those numbers out, 45,642. And second place, what is it, 9,008?
And Murray State made a hell of a run. And Coastal. Oh, Coastal, that's probably that's their baseball coach. That's the head coach.
Took all
Before
those,
the game, yeah.
took all those, right before game 2. Just started crushing Jello shots.
Yeah.
So Rocco's will make their way down.
It's not my fault he's not an athlete.
Fred's Bar from 11 to 3.
Well, I didn't realize Louisville was that low. That's kind of embarrassing.
Look at UCLA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
UCLA 1,000.
Well, UCLA, okay, in defense for UCLA, they had nobody there. Louisville had a fair crowd there.
I can see why Jay Johnson left Arizona, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what are we 1,870?
Arkansas
Great
was
year.
surprisingly low as well, but I guess they got bounced pretty early. Am I right?
That's right.
Am I right? Send him home.
Aha.
Catch that fly ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 2 times now.
There you go. Yeah, that's rough. But they 2 claps for Rocco's making their way down to Fred's on Saturday. Ready. Shout out.
They know where their bread's buttered.
I mean, where were we at in Clemson?
South Carolina.
Esso's Sports Bar, and they had like a little shot challenge thing for all the teams that travel into Clemson. Remember, we were sitting at the table eating, and you saw on the little sign they had the little Esso's shot challenge for all the teams that travel. And you don't remember that at all?
Mm-mm.
We literally had a 5-minute conversation about it.
How? I remember it.
You weren't even at the table with us.
You weren't.
I saw it, though.
But yeah, so they'll be at Fred's
Did we win?
on Saturday. I have no idea. I mean, I think it's a season-long thing for all the teams that travel into Clemson. They're just trying to, raise some extra cash. But like I said, Brian Kelly met with the media yesterday, and we will get into some of that sound. We also have, I took my notes here on the Florida defensive back room last night so that we can have a better understanding of who the Gators will have on the field Saturday night in Death Valley. So Brian Kelly, like I said, met with the media yesterday. A lot of sound bites that came out of it. It's crazy how quickly they kind of pick up on social media some of these sound bites. But he talked a little bit about Louisiana Tech, but he mostly previewed Florida and what they expect this Saturday as the Gators head to town. I want to start with BK just talking about Florida's roster, getting into what Florida has on their team and kind of what his expectations are for that game. And then after that, we've got a sound bite that's made its rounds through the social media verse where he kind of calls for the fans to make their way into Death Valley. So here's BK talking about Florida's roster.
In terms of how we need to play. It's a really good football team we're playing in Florida. And we know that. It starts with their quarterback. DJ is really arm talent off the charts. He can throw the football. He's a guy that, when you look at quarterbacks in this league, he has elite talent. But he's got guys around him. Jaden Baugh is really difficult to defend. He's physical. He's got great instincts. He's got toughness. He's 230 pounds. And now you complement him with the freshman, Vernell Brown, who is an electric receiver and probably one of the more consistent guys on their team is, Eugene Wilson at the slot. I mean, they have a nice balance of running the football and certainly the quarterback position and some skill guys on the offensive side of the ball. So I love the center Slaughter. Barber's a great tackle, so they get some really good football players. From a defensive standpoint, Coach Roberts does a really good job with simulated pressures, 3 down, 4 down, giving you looks, mixing things up to make it really difficult. And from a defensive perspective, we saw the 3-3-5 and had some difficulties with that recognition. It'll certainly be similar in terms of what they try to do and make things difficult and keep the ball in front of them. They do a great job of not giving up big plays.
There's BK talking a little bit about Florida's roster. Obviously, it starts with DJ Lagway, and he goes a little more in-depth after that. The next clip I want to run is BK, little bat symbol in the sky, telling everybody to get to Tiger Stadium Saturday night.
That's a good way to put it.
You like that?
Well, I really like Batman, so
Of
that
course. I
reference-
mean, this is a Batman show here.
Yeah.
We're all big Batman fans.
like he's my background. Like,
Nice. But yeah, no, I mean that's
Grow
what
up.
that's essentially what this is. BK calling
I
for
say
the fans.
that
It is
my background's Patrick Peterson. So.
nice. Mine's my dog.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah, I guess.
that's cute of you.
The
But
dead
yeah,
one or the alive one?
the live one.
Okay.
There you go. Not the family dog. This one's my dog.
Tucka.
This one's my son. I've raised him
From birth.
from birth.
Birthed him.
Did not. But
You lied to
BK,
me?
BK calling the fans. And I put it out on Instagram, obviously, yesterday, and a lot of fans reacting to it kind of two different ways. You're either hyped up and like, yeah, let's get this place packed out. Let's have one of those electric Saturday nights in Death Valley for the Florida game. And a lot of them are like, maybe put a good product on the field and don't
Oh.
lose. I'm like, why are y'all so angry?
You're going to go anyway.
Yeah, like, it was like, okay, then
I mean, every coach does this, right? But I don't,
Right.
I don't think there needs to be a call to bear arms for the Florida game.
No.
Everybody's going to be there. I don't know. Was the attendance poor for Louisiana Tech? I mean,
No,
I
I
thought
mean
it was Tech.
Obviously, people like. I thought the attendance at the kickoff was excellent. Halftime and into the second half, probably not very good.
I think the only thing it could be was 2 years ago against Florida. A lot of people left at halftime, but that was because it got cold on us quickly.
So it sounds like you left.
Yeah, us.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
There you go.
I was cold and drunk.
Jaden Daniels.
So you
had
missed the
game of his
Jaden
life.
Daniels Heisman game?
Yeah.
No, I think I left after the long run.
Which one?
The one where
The
he
81
goes down the
yarder?
sideline, cuts
Yeah,
it back
God, it was
across.
awesome.
He had an 80-yarder and a 50-yarder.
So cool.
That never crossed my mind to ever leave that game.
No, yeah, I agree. I'm not a game leaver. Besides, like, unless I have like on this past Saturday, had to leave for the post game. Other than that, like if I'm there, I'm there. I'm not even a concession stand guy. Like you saw it in Clemson. You know how many times did I go to the concession stand once we got up there?
None. How many times did I go?
Yeah.
Well,
once.
Clemson was also hard
Yeah,
to
they didn't
go.
even get anything.
I know.
That was awful. That was before the game, though.
It was,
During
it
the
was.
game,
We
never.
were also 40 rows up. It took 3 minutes. to
Yeah,
get
we
to your
were
seat.
we were up there.
Did y'all see
She's
that?
like, this is row E. I was like, I'm row EE. She was like, oh no, you go through the alphabet once and then it doubles up. I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
You can actually jump out of a plane and it'd be easier to get up here.
Yes.
Did you see that that LSU student that was drinking beers? That had to do the butt scooch down
Yes.
at Tiger Stadium. What a fan!
Dude,
He was hammered
awesome.
drunk, about to throw up.
I know.
Go Tigers!
It's the best.
LSU! And I was like, this guy is.
And the funniest part is, like, for me watching the video, I didn't think it was crazy at all. Like, it was normal.
yeah, he'll make.
But
It'll be
like
fine.
the whole, like, you know, everyone else in the world is like, what
he
is
okay?
going on? Is he all right? I'm like,
I watched that video like 4 times. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it.
I
Like I was
know.
in the same boat as you. Like I had no idea what was
my
wrong with the
family
video.
tickets, like the ones that I grew up in, my childhood tickets, like that yellow pole that separates the student section from the common folk. That's where we sat, like on that railing. So I've seen the
Everything.
student section my entire life, and so it's just it didn't look
Register.
weird. Trying to figure out what was wrong.
Yeah,
It's like it's a
odd.
normal fan.
Yeah, walks a little funny.
I mean, but hey, who am I
Excited to
to
be there.
hate?
Yeah.
But here's BK getting the fans to show up on Saturday.
That kid,
LSU, yeah,
he'll be there.
run it back. You know, I mean, it's a dedicated fan.
That's right. He got his practice reps in.
He did.
Maybe 12 beers is too many. Let's do 14 and see what happens. Take an Adderall.
12's too many. Try 14. Nice man.
Florida.
Yeah, there you go.
With that, I'll segue right into the game this weekend. And I'll start with, we're in Tiger Stadium. And so
I'm surprised.
we need
I'm
to
surprised
be
sitting there
Death
getting-
Valley. We need to live up to our resume as the most difficult place to play in the country because it's SEC time. So you had your warm-up tailgates. You got your recipes down. You got how much you need for drinking. Now, let's go get it. Let's make Tiger Stadium what it has been built on, and that is a an incredibly difficult place to play. And so that's my first shout out to our fan base. We need you this weekend. And then we'll provide the standard in terms of how we need to.
There's BK calling the fans to Death Valley. And look,
You should have one game where you get to drink as a coach. Like,
think
let
so?
it publicly be
Some
known.
coaches
Yeah.
would drink every game.
Yeah, well, yeah, look at Mike McDaniel. He's about to turn back to the bottle.
Yeah, oh, God.
Whatever. Fuck it, I'm getting fired anyway.
33-8 to the Colts. Buddy.
Didn't get off the bus.
Rough. But BK's right. Look, there's only so many of these games where you know going into it, it has the potential to be one of those ones where you'll look back and you'll be like, if you aren't there, man, what was I doing? Because last year, Ole Miss, like you had it circled before the year, this one could end up being a really big one, and it goes down as one of those ones where forever ingrained in the memory of the fans who were there. The set it off, Christian throwing the wristbands onto the field,
Look at jackass.
the walk-off touchdown, all of the things that were just electric about that football game.
Hey.
This is one of those ones where before the season you saw it, Game 3, Florida, both teams are going to be ranked. It's circled, and now it's living up to the hype. Even though Florida's 1-1, they're going to be determined, focused, but just more so the fan base. How could you not want to be in Death Valley this Saturday night?
Oh, and that's what I kind of always say. Like, there's Tiger Stadium and there's Death Valley. This is one of those ones where the freaks come out at night, and it turns from Tiger Stadium into Death Valley.
Yeah.
And that's where Florida fans are starting. That's when you start looking around and go, where am I?
What am I
is
doing?
this? And that's Florida people going, where am I? And for, like, I don't think you don't need to do a call to arms for LSU fans,
No.
but I appreciate the sentiment. And this is what, I mean, Les Miles didn't really do this. Ed Orgeron was huge on put a little something in your coffee.
Right.
Like, this was kind of, a little bit of something.
It's
to,
BK's version.
Shit, yeah, he's a big, he's a nighttime cocktail guy.
There you go.
Get your recipes right.
But-
Chrissy. But, I mean, yeah, Florida, the series in itself, we talked about LSU and we did the Washed Up Waterboy Sports Podcast.com.
Yeah.
Like, they were asked, like, who's a true rival for LSU? And it's kind of always ping-ponged around. I think if you really sat down and thought about it, Florida has got to be probably, if not at the top of the list, very much near the top.
Yeah, I think 34-3 is the record right
They're
now.
straight up even.
LSU has, I think, over the last 10 is 7-3 because they went on a stretch there from after losing in 18, they went from 19 up until last year where LSU won that football game. Regarding like the shoe being thrown, the Ty Davis Price game, to Jay Daniels' breakout game, Jay Daniels' Heisman game, up until the loss last year in the Swamp.
It's so weird they lost that game.
I know.
Well,
And
it's that one, and then I guess the previous one is that Darius Geis wrong way.
no, it was 2018 Burrow first year that loss.
Felipe.
Oh yeah, Felipe Franks.
But before that, it was probably the Darius Geis getting stuffed at the one. That was the first loss in Tiger Stadium I ever witnessed.
Wow,
Was that game?
and it shouldn't have been one. That
It
sucks.
shouldn't have been one, and I remember the ride home well.
Hey,
It was rough.
mine was a TJ Yeldon game.
I wasn't in Tiger Stadium for that one. Mom, somehow my entire childhood.
How does this always come up?
I know, it's crazy. my mom always got the Bama tickets. My dad took me and the siblings to all the other games, and then he was like, my mom
That's
wants
a
to go to
good
the Bama
husband.
game. It is, but bad dad.
Bad dad. Yeah, honey,
Took me on the road the next year to T-Town
that
in
one
13.
That one worth it.
And you got to see J.C. Copeland fumbled at the one.
I mean, yeah, after he
After he ran,
bumbling,
rumbling down the sideline.
That was an electric. I was there.
But Death Valley on Saturday, I 1,000%
You know how much of a
agree with
sicko
Lloyd.
you have to be to see the TJ Yeldon game and go, you know what I'm going to do? Pack my shit and go to Alabama
go to
next year.
Tuscaloosa. Yep, and guess what?
Loss.
Yeah,
Thanks.
35-17, I believe.
Papa less.
But like Lloyd said,
Closer than the scoreboard says.
there's a difference between Tiger Stadium and Death Valley, and you know going into it, it's a blessing knowing going in that you can maybe have and you will have a Death Valley experience. And that's what Saturday's going to be. Like, and that's why I'm with BK getting up on the podium. Like, I love it. Like, you don't need a call to arms, like Lloyd said. You don't need the bat signal for the LSU fans. They're going to be there. But BK getting up there, showing the respect and giving the nod to the fan base and how electric they are, because he knows it. He never experienced anything like Ole Miss.
No.
And last year, Bama in 2022, he never experienced anything like that before getting here.
And I think
so he knows what it can be
when it's right.
And the place where your team is right now, where maybe they need a little bit of a boost, and like you need the momentum to be brought back because you had a lot after week 1, diminishes after week 2. Like you heard Rowe talk about it on the post game. I put it out on social media yesterday, where he says your goal is to build, and you didn't build in week 2. You took a step back, and so your momentum right now it's you don't really have it. And so the way you get that momentum back is you go in there. Obviously, as a team, you ball out at home against a rival in your conference, a team that wants to get back right. Florida's in the same position, trying to find that momentum. But just show how dominant of an environment you can be. You just went on the road to Clemson. They packed that place out, and it shook up a little bit. It wasn't Death Valley. Death Valley is what's going to be on display this Saturday night. And shout out to BK for getting on the podium and acknowledging that, giving the nod to the electric fan base that LSU has. And man, I'm excited for what Death Valley could look like Saturday night.
Well, because you also have to think, like we talked about this before, when we were going through the schedule a little bit, you went, God, it'd be great to start off 1-0 for the first time. Now
Right.
You're looking at 2-0, and then you said if you were 2-0 undefeated, wherever you were ranked in the country would probably be relatively high, and you would think Florida would have come in 2-0, but get ready to learn USF. But even with that, it's a Florida team that has not a lot of winnable games on their schedule, so they're going down going,
Got to find them.
got to find one, and this is an LSU team that has,
God, they're going to be favored in 2 games over the next 10 games.
Kentucky and
Mississippi State.
well,
Maybe. But like right now, they would be favored over Mississippi State. But very possible at that point, they're not. But like outside of that, you're going to be underdogs at LSU, at Miami, Texas, at A&M, against Georgia, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Florida State. Like, you got to find some wins, Coach.
you might be catching points in your bye week.
The bye plus 3.5.
Yeah, finally.
Come on.
Oh, and I mean, poor Napier. But when they look at the schedule, like he has to be looking at LSU and going, I mean, Miami looks good. LSU, I know it's at LSU, but no center, no Trey Green.
Right.
Maybe no Braylon Moore. You don't know.
They see an opportunity.
Absolutely. They've gone into LSU and won before, but if you're LSU and you have Brian Kelly talking about, obviously, like this call to arms, but it's a night game in Tiger Stadium, a gold game. Carl the Cat, Christian, says that the wristbands will be back.
Great. I won't throw trash on the field, but wristbands,
No.
I'll give a chuck. Now I'm doxing myself, so I won't throw them.
Don't throw. Yeah, now you're.
Now I'm doxed, so I won't throw them. But if I wasn't doxed, yeah, I'd sling them.
LSU event security. Look for this young man in the student
I
section.
might be too high up. I'm not going to be there that
There
early.
you
Don't
Um,
not even LSU event security. I want one of those flat brims to come get him.
go. Yes.
Those people are the most intimidating. It's the worst
Scary.
feeling in the world.
Scary.
Dude, for my parents' sake, no. For my sake, deal with
Yeah,
my parents.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
ragdoll you.
But
Why don't you get thrown?
but like Lloyd said, I mean, and you talked about looking at the schedule preseason. A lot of the expectations around like, oh well, the Florida game, South Carolina game, A&M, like you take into account LSU's at home, and so you feel like 10 times better about a football game solely based on the fact that LSU is in Tiger Stadium. And so like now you got to go out there and you got to make that environment what it is.
Well, and like Jay Mitch has talked about this, T-Bob's talked about this, Hester's talked about this. The one place that they don't want to go play is when Florida's right, and I don't even know if this is right, but they're angry.
Yeah.
It's like going to Florida, it's a different environment. LSU brings that same thing to the field, and like we said, the Florida game always gets a little wild, and it's been a while since they've been into Tiger Stadium, and it's just one of those where it just feels a little different. The flavor in the air
Right.
changes. You have Charles Alexander getting his number retired.
Yeah.
Like this
Gold
is-
game, first gold game in a minute.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot of things on it. And there's been some times where LSU and Florida have played recently where there's not a lot
on the
at
line.
stake.
Yes.
You know, like last year there was nothing at stake. It was, they were 6-3 and 4-5. Like, not really anything going on. The year before, I mean, like, Jaden's Heisman was up for grabs, but, like, that was it. And so, like, there hasn't really been much up for grabs since 19
And this is
when
so-
these two teams have played.
Right.
And that game is an all-timer.
Yes.
LSU, Florida in 2019. So this is one where it's early in the year. Both teams have playoff hopes, and LSU obviously more than Florida. But both teams are trying to find momentum right now, and it's going to shape up to be a special one in Tiger Stadium Saturday night,
9.5
where it
is
becomes
a lot of points.
Death Valley. And I saw that. And I want to ask you as my betting advisor.
Consigliere.
Why do you think 9.5? Because that feels like a lot of points.
It does. I mean, Florida coming off a loss, obviously. I think they're trying to shave a couple, like get a couple on you if you will. I do think that Vegas has this distinct feel for Louisiana and LSU. LSU 2-0,
Yeah.
number 3 team in the country. There's a lot of flavor around LSU after the Clemson win, and I think they're kind of like seeing how much they can get out of you. Like, okay, LSU fans want to bet on LSU, they'll do it anyway. And then if you throw it at, like, I thought it should have been like 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, I took it. I took LSU with
the
the
under.
points. I took. What was the under? It was
51.
51. I took the under and LSU with the points because to me 24-14 is my score, and that's 38 points
Yeah.
and a 10-point win. So, but yeah, I was surprised to see it. But I'm really excited about what it could potentially look like in that stadium Saturday night. Like,
Lagway's going to have some moments.
yeah, and they're like.
I mean, do you have
They're
to
not a bad football team.
No,
even though they just lost to USF 18-16. I watched the game last night, like rewatched it. Actually, really like sat down and indulged in the football game. It was an ugly game, but like that's what USF wanted to make it, and Florida kind of allowed that. They're still a good football team. Like they have talent on that field, and we'll get into the DBs later on in the show this morning.
This was a football game that if Florida wins, you're talking game day.
Oh yeah, if Florida wins that game, its game day is in Baton Rouge this week.
Then there's no PSA from Brian Kelly and everybody.
No.
I think it's turned up a little bit more. But as the week goes on, I think you'll start to see. Like, are we wrong about this? Like, are people not fired up to?
There's no way.
Yeah.
Knowing LSU fans the way I do, being an LSU fan, there is no way you can look at this game on Saturday and be like,
Not interested.
not worth.
Yeah.
Rather watch it on the
It feels
TV
like
at
the Ole
home.
Miss game last year.
Yeah.
This feels like the first big home game.
Yeah. And but you're 2-0 right now.
Absolutely.
Like your lives are you're
it's
still
just
looking.
bigger
You're the
than the Ole
number
Miss game.
3 team in the country. Like there's no way.
But I think maybe some of it is like kind of reared its ugly head with the not being able to run the football, the injuries. It kind of feels like it's a little bit of a downtick, and that's why BK is trying to kind of
Right.
call to arms,
I
I
think-
guess, because it's more like Bro said. You had 2 steps forward, 1 step back,
Right.
and even though you won and you won in a decisive fashion, it just feels like I don't think that people are because you were so high on it, right? Like, after the Clemson game, everybody was talking LSU. Garrett Nussmeier, Heisman, number 1 overall pick. That's the best game he's ever played.
Right.
LSU was putting the whole country on notice. Then you struggle against a Tech team that really brought it to you. And so everybody's kind of like, hold on. Let me pump the brakes on the optimism. Let me see about Florida. And then Florida loses, so you kind of
Right.
lose that momentum as
That's
well.
what I was about to say. Week 2 probably went as poorly as it could for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the hype around it. Florida drops a game. LSU doesn't play a clean football game.
Gets injured.
The stock drops for both teams after week 2, and so now the hype around this game.
Is it
I
nearly
would,
as what
I would say maybe fans are sitting back going, South Carolina. Like I'll save the money this weekend. I'll go tailgate. I'll go watch it on the TV screen at the house. And then, South Carolina in a couple weeks, I'll get
Prove
back
it
out
to
there.
me. I think,
There's no way you're 2-0. You're the number 3 team in the country. Florida, an SEC rival, is coming to Tiger Stadium, and maybe that's why BK's getting up there. Now your head coach is saying, whether you like him or you hate him, you love him or you hate him, he's getting up there, giving a nod to the fan base and how great they are, saying, make this stadium what I know you can make it. Make this atmosphere what I've seen you make it. And make it a night to remember. LSU versus Florida Saturday night, man. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. But he goes more in depth on Florida as well, and also looks back at LA Tech. I did want to get the clip of him talking about the run game trouble versus Tech, because I do think that is an interesting discussion, because a lot of things kind of rely on it. And from what I saw from the Florida defensive backs when I watched them against USF, they were trying to stop the big play. Like, there was a lot of underneath stuff. And that might just be USF's play style. I didn't go watch their first game against Boise State back, but so much underneath dink and dunk that Florida DBs play off. Like, a lot of zone coverage, a lot of times they're off the line of scrimmage, and USF was just running 3-yard hitch, 5-yard curl, like simple stuff, and just throwing it, getting the little
take
profits.
what they're giving you.
And I think and we'll get into that more later, but if that's going to be the case and Florida's going to be backed up and play that 3-3-5 that Tech played, what are you going to need to do to help your quarterback out?
Run that ball.
You're going to need to run the ball. Here's BK talking about the run struggles against Louisiana Tech on Saturday.
Or both?
I think we have to, there's some things that we can address relative to the fundamentals and teaching and technique. I think we can be technically better. It's a difficult defense to run on. I mean, it's a 3-3 with, a middle rover. It's a difficult, doesn't mean you can't, and we did. We got the ball outside. We were able to carve enough. We want to be better. And that's kind of what I'm saying to you in the same breath of we want to improve and be critical in our analysis. There are some things that we need to do better as coaches and players. And I think that's probably the run game more than anything.
Yeah, gotta get some things right there in the run game. And this is not going to be an easy challenge. If you couldn't, and it's funny sitting here again, going into week 3, eerily similar to last year.
And
where
we're
it's
sitting here again talking about the same thing. It just makes me so darn angry.
But we are sitting here going into week 3 in 25 the same way we're in 24, where if you can't run the ball against Nichols, or if you can't run the ball against Louisiana Tech, how are you going to do against South Carolina? How are you going to do it against Florida? Well, Caden Durham burst on the scene against South Carolina. You ran the ball a little bit better. This is going to be a tough game to get those things right, but I know they have the horses in the running back room. Like, I don't think that's up for discussion at all. Like, you have the guys. It just comes down to technique, scheme, and executing. And they didn't do that. And it's going to be hard without number 61 in the middle.
But we don't know that, right? Is that fair to say?
No, yeah, we don't know if he's out.
Is that a tightrope situation?
No, it's not. He very well could play, but
He's not.
For the sake of my mindset, to not get my expectations or my hopes, I'm going to go with the case of Chester's your center.
Yep.
And you move forward that way. And so you're going to need, but against that defense, like you said, he highlighted the 3-3. Like, you're going to need to run the football. And so it's going to be a week of preparation of we got to get some technique right. We've got to maybe get a little more creative in the backfield, some more motion under center. I don't know how they'll mix it up.
Or even simplify some things.
Yeah, it's 1,000%. So
There's a bit of a, I guess, a feeling amongst the fan base to be able to kind of simplify some. I like what they've done in the run game. I like the creativity. I like the constant motion, the using your athletes in space as a threat no matter what. Like, that's what you kind of are doing, where it's a lot of this over here, this over there.
Right.
Like, you have to be on your toes. But I mean, there's a reason Caleb Jackson hasn't been able to run the football for LSU, and it's because they don't run it as a traditional football team.
Right.
And that's where I start to wonder if it's Harlan Berry makes that leap Saturday night where he starts getting more and more touches, because you saw what I mean.
Well, yeah, you need
A blind man
playmakers at
felt
running
that.
back right now.
Yeah.
You can't just hand, like in the NFL, majority of the time, if you're a good football team and you have a good pass game and your O-line is decent, you can hand that off to any NFL running back and they'll be able to get you 4 or 5 yards. Like, that's why the running back is not as fawned over in the NFL as it used to be. Right now, for LSU, with the offensive line you have, them not be able to create opportunities for your run game, you need the guys in the backfield to make plays like Harlan Berry did against Louisiana Tech. In the backfield, he went and made plays. Caden Durham last year against South Carolina, week 3.
Breaking tackles.
You needed somebody to go and make plays because the opportunities weren't always there created by the LSU offense. And BK did talk about Harlan Berry and his performance against Louisiana Tech. And I wouldn't be surprised if you do see an increased amount of Berry in this Florida game. Like, is it tough throwing your true freshman in the football game in the fire on a Saturday night in Death Valley versus an SEC rival?
Not nearly as hard as Not nearly as hard as throwing Caden Durham into an away game when you're down 10 points and
Right.
you're looking for, hey, somebody do something. And Caden Durham was your answer. So I think this is more of a and I'm a little surprised how down Rowe is on Caden Durham. Like the way that he talks about like LSU doesn't have a legitimate run game. I don't think that's a Caden Durham issue. Like, did you pick up on any of that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I heard him and Kev. Like, I think their expectation, because it looked different against Clemson than it did against Tech.
And he's the one that was he made those
Right,
plays.
right. He like the first play of the game.
Right.
Made the play, and I know he's the guy. Like, Caden Durham is your running back. He's the guy, and he can go out there and make the plays. I was surprised the way they kind of talk about where it's a running back by committee thing, but the reason they're saying that is because your most successful run plays are usually when you run the gimmick and hand it off to your wide receiver rather than handing it off to number 29. You know? So, like, when that becomes your identity is that your only way they're going to be able to run the football is when Zero gets it, well, defenses, like Rowe and Kev said, are going to start locking in and not allowing Zero to run it. Where do you go after that? And it's Caden Durham is where you go after that, but
I guess
2.2 per carry, not ideal. You know,
I guess that's what they're looking at is they're not when they say like by committee. It's Xavier Thomas, it's Caden Durham off of those kind of things instead of be like turn around and hand it.
Right.
You know, somebody that can.
Well, the way that Kev used to take it, where Kev used to get the ball 25 times
and score,
where they just turn around and hand it to you and you do the work.
Well.
You know, and the game has changed. He talked about it. He said you pass to set up the run now rather than run to set up the pass. So I think you're going to see an increase of Harlan Berry, but I really want to see Caden Durham make the same explosion on the
be
scene
the back I think he is
in week 3 this year the way he did last year in week 3. And I think Harlan Berry will be added in that room, and I think it'll be a nice, like, as much as I thought that you were going to want Caleb Jackson to be like the thunder to Caden Durham's lightning, I think Caden Durham can be the thunder to Barry's lightning. Like they, you know, and so we'll see what it looks like. They have that's what I'm saying. They got the guys. Those two talents in 29 and 22 are as high level as it gets. And the other, I mean, Jawan Johnson's been serviceable, great in pass pro. The Xavier Thomas run that he broke off in the first half, that outside edge, that block was set by Jawan Johnson. And he did an excellent job. But BK talked about Harlan Berry, his performance against Louisiana Tech, and here he is.
He required a conversation because, you know, look, running the football is so much more about next level and making people miss. He did a great job. He made a couple guys miss, extended a play. We knew he was talented, right? I mean, this is much more about, you know, catching up to the system that we run, right? Protections out of the backfield, you know, right reads, those things, you know. But it required a conversation that this is a guy that we've got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I mean, the conversation, we talked about it ahead of the season, like you were bound to have this talk at some point. And we even tossed up the idea, are they going to try and redshirt him? No. I mean, you've played 2 games so far. He's played in both games.
Right.
And now you're having conversations about where to go next. You're 2 for 2 in games he's played, and
Do you think that's what he means by we had to have a conversation
probably,
about him?
like, I mean,
Because they're looking for answers for the run game.
well, they need them. And as much as I think it's an offensive line issue that needs to be solved and figured out and fixed, the fact that you can't get push and create lanes for your running back against Louisiana Tech, like, that's the problem. But if you can't get that figured out, what you need is playmakers in the backfield, and 22 is a playmaker. Like, always has been his entire life. The Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Louisiana, the number 1 running back coming out of high school in the nation. He's a playmaker. And you saw it against Louisiana Tech, where there were 2 times in that 140-whatever-yard run, I thought he was dead to rights. Where he shrugs the first guy, he spins out of the first guy, and then makes this little juke cut move to lose the other 2 guys that had the angle on him, turns the corner, and shout out to Aaron Anderson if you watch this play. Aaron Anderson turns the wheels on to go set the block. If Berrien Brown chips that guy a little bit better, it's 6 points. You need a, but if your offensive line's not going to be able to out physical Louisiana Tech, I can't sit here and assume they're going to be able to out physical Florida. And we'll get into that position group for LSU and Florida as the week goes on. But you're gonna if they're not gonna be able to do that, you're gonna need a playmaker in the backfield to make those plays happen. The way that Caden Durham did it against South Carolina, where the plays might not be there for your back, you need a guy that can go make it. And I think that's what Harlan Berry can be, and I think you're gonna see him Saturday night. So
They tried to get him in the end zone.
I mean, if Berrien Brown just is a yard ahead of where he was and was able to just chip that guy, it's 6 points. Because Aaron Anderson went and made a play. Like, that's a playmaker. Mm-hmm. Even though he doesn't have the football in his hands.
It's just an effort. Like,
yes, a
that's
buy-in.
That's a decision.
Yes. Of
I'm gonna go. Let me go help my guy. Let me go.
nameless. That's a nameless, faceless opponent.
Well,
right there.
let me go help my teammate.
Yes.
Like, let me get Barry in the end zone because he is. If you watch the play, it's he's standing behind the line of scrimmage like a fake screen type deal where he's the ones that take a step back. Then he sees the whole thing develop, and a playmaker is thinking like a playmaker. He's like, oh, he's about to do this. Like, I got you, ass.
Yeah.
It's just great to see because that kind of stuff is that's when you see it, it means something.
Yes.
There's no reason he didn't have to do that. But
No, I mean,
Aaron Anderson made a decision
to put his body on the line,
Well, no,
get out there and make a play for his teammate.
And what's the score of the game? It's 20-7. Like, sure, you're not as running
game
away
is
with
over.
it, right? I mean, it's the fourth quarter with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. And
Yeah,
he's gonna,
game's over.
I'm turning the Jets on to
Block
get
for
Harlan
the
Berry in the end
freshman.
zone. Yeah, to go get him in the end zone.
Yeah, and it's awesome. So and BK talked about Florida's front seven. Look, we were talking about the run game and all of those factors. I was watching USF versus Florida yesterday, and my focus was on the defensive backs, but it's hard to not see that defensive front that Florida has and how impressive they are. Big Sap in that front and some of those other guys in the front seven were very impressive.
Not related to Warren Sapp.
Not related
They look alike, though.
to
Could be.
Warren Sapp. So BK was on the podium and talked about Florida last year and the front seven because they've caused problems for LSU a year ago. Nussmeier went down like 5-6 times in that football game. And you were able to run the ball better, but you didn't execute in the red zone. Florida went full bend don't break on you, where you march down the field as much as you want, and you're not gonna score the football. And a lot of that's because of the problems their front seven caused. Here's BK talking about that Florida front seven.
Preparation for this week.
Yeah, it's a different team, different players. Yeah, I thought they did a really good job. I mean, their simulated pressures are really good. They had, a couple of big guys up front that we struggled a little bit with, but that's the SEC. Like, everybody's going to have really good players, and it really comes down to your focus and execution more than what Florida. And we respect the players that they have. Last year, we didn't convert. We didn't cash in when we got into opportunities to put touchdowns on the board. We field goal, we settled for field goals. So we have to score touchdowns. That was the case this weekend too, right? I mean, we get all the way down there on a drive, we're kicking field goals. We need to convert when we get into that tough territory.
And that's a piece of that Party said about the closing out drives was obviously a problem against Florida last season, where you could not finish those drives and score points, score touchdowns. You just kept kicking field goals. And it's not going to end up well if all you do is you go down there and you kick field goals. That's why LSU beat Ole Miss last year. They just kept bend, don't break, don't get in the end zone, and you're just going to score 3. And so as many field goals as you kick in the second half, you kick 2 of them. LSU scores 1 touchdown, and that 7 points is worth more than your 2 scoring drives. And so that's one piece where you had that problem against Florida last season, and then you saw that boogeyman come back against Louisiana Tech, where you dominated the time possession, you dominated the yards, you dominated the football game, and you didn't cash in. You're set after that Harlan Berry run right there where they got you in the red zone. You know how many points you left with?
3.
3.
You had a Harlan Berry run. You had a Kyle Parker drop.
You got to cash in to get touchdowns, and it was a problem against Florida last season, and then it came back up this past Saturday. And it's something that you have to have solved, and to add, gasoline to the fire, your red zone guy that you've committed to making that play happen could very well not be on the field on Saturday. Your red zone threat, your green zone guy, Trey-Dez Green, the jump ball, all of it, that's your guy. When you get in the red zone, they've made it a concerted effort. We're going to put the ball up there to 14.
And they did it again last week.
And it's possible that he's not on the field on Saturday. I think it's
more than
likely that he's not on the field on Saturday. I think he was labeled questionable, but I don't think you'll see either of those guys on Saturday.
Me either.
Definitely not Trey-Dez Green. I think it would be more likely to see Braylon Moore than Trey-Dez Green because the alternatives are I think you're more comfortable with Bauer Sharp at your starting tight end and getting more of the reps than you are with Chester at center instead of Moore. But I digress. The red zone issues came back up on Saturday, and now you're going to be in a position where you don't have your red zone guy. And a lot of the reason why those red zone issues came back up, Lloyd, you know why? Because you can't run the football.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you're expecting number 18 to drop back every time you get inside the red zone. And if he hands it off, they get 1 yard. And guess what? Now it's 2nd and goal from instead of the 8, it's the 7. And it's 2nd and goal instead of 1st and goal. You're at the same spot. And the run didn't do anything for you. Well, then, okay, Nussmeier makes a play, and maybe his accuracy is a little off, or the DB makes a good play, or the wide receiver drops it, or whatever. Well, now it's 3rd and long-ish, because it's 3rd and 9 from the goal line. So the red zone issues, to me, it starts with the run game. If you can't run, you're going to have red zone problems because it's giving the defense an advantage because you're going to be one-dimensional in a tight field. And it came back up on Saturday, and it's something that you struggled immensely against Florida with last year, and that's why they were able to get to Nussmeier the way they did. And so,
do you think, after these comments, if you were a betting man, that you see LSU take more chances in terms of maybe not a field goal? You see the BK where he makes the concerted effort to, we're going for it. Because he's already been burned by it once against Florida where he did take the points every time, and it wasn't enough. And now he's at home. It's clearly on his mind. And the only thing I would say, the only reason I would pause for that is because if you couldn't do it 3 times, it makes you think you're going to do it the 4th. It depends on setting play, how it's going, obviously. But there were some Kyle Parker dropped the football in the end zone. You had a faded Trey-Dez that didn't get completed. That was to the wide side of the field. Now you don't have that, and it feels like a lot of and You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if Trades Green was on this football team and healthy, and they weren't running the fade to Trades Green in the red zone, you'd be like, what are you doing?
Right.
And now they're doing it, and it seems like that was a big part of their plan for what they were going to do in the green zone and the red zone, however you want to phrase it. Now that's gone. And so you have to kind of go back to the drawing board. So I'm wondering if they start, if we're doing this thing and we don't have Trades, is it 4 times as opposed to 3? Because that can win and lose a football game. Like, do you think he looks back at Florida last year and goes, probably a couple opportunities there that I could have made a different decision to win it? Because, I mean, that's his.
I think so, but I do think
I thought you never really get in trouble for playing it safe.
No, and I think being burned the way you were at Clemson, that left such a bad taste in everybody's mouth of just all of the things that went into that play where LSU doesn't take the points and they go for it, where it was a bad decision first off. And look, I'm an aggressive guy. Like, I like going for it.
I'm an aggressive guy.
I'm an aggressive guy when it comes to football.
Shake my hand.
I'm going to shake your hand.
Yeah.
But I'm for the aggressive tendency of trying to go for it. I'm not a big take the points advocator, where it's like you just got to take the points. Like that's not me.
That
But
situation, it was only
that
take the
situation
points.
that there's no other choice.
Well,
you
there
don't
was.
you don't have a timeout. The play call was bad, and so you're putting Chris Hilton in a position where he has to get in the end zone because you can't get up and snap it again if he doesn't.
Or get out of bounds, and then you're kicking
Right.
a field goal anyway. Or not get the first down and give all the momentum back to Clemson and then kick off to him.
And so I don't know if they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna do the
Twirl.
go for it
think
and do all of that or take the points.
It
Christian?
depends.
Of course, it's set and setting.
Yeah, early in the game, I think that's really what you're asking. Early in the game, Lloyd, is Brian Kelly going to switch it up and go for it early in the game? And I would say no. Like you're at home. Like, why would you do that?
You don't want to lose.
It makes sense not to, but then Brian Kelly's done it before in the past, so I almost want to say yes.
I do think it is different, and it's someone who made the point in
The defense.
Borderline. The defense, and you're at home. I do think it makes a difference being at home than not. Like, if you go for it and you get in the end zone, the jolt of energy that can give that stadium for that next drive.
I still think.
But I think he's going to take the points because I just think that's where it's at right now. Like, that analytics, aggressive mindset of we're going to go for it and try to score a touchdown, I just think it's gone. But I do like what E-Dub threw in the chat, if you see that.
Wow.
Where are the Jawan Johnson red zone plays we heard about?
Green zone.
Well, yeah. Green zone is no green zone this week.
I would
don't
imagine you see him this week.
think. You think so?
I mean, there's no more green zone, so yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Lloyd?
this is
Yeah.
the week
Same
to unveil
position?
it. And I feel like they might have been saving it a little bit. I think that's kind of what they wanted to do because once you see Jawan Johnson, it's like it becomes the Taysom Hill conversation. It's like, all right, he's probably going to run the ball. He can throw, but he's probably going to run.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the emphasis this weekend, right? Or this week of practice is kind of let's get back to that. Because like you said, that's a great point. Like you don't have Trades Green.
Yeah, and it's
So what was the other way to – and you don't have Braylon Moore.
Right. And you're going up against a good Florida front seven.
Get a little kooky.
Maybe see a little more.
Get creative.
Get a little kooky Riley.
They got in. They got into 14 personnel against Louisiana
They
Tech.
did. Yeah, that's the one where Caden Durham scored.
Yeah.
So that would be Trades, Donovan, Bo Bordelon, and Bauer Sharp.
Damn. That's a heavy lineup.
And no, it is. Uncle Foreskin in the chat.
Uncle Foreskin.
Yep. Got to get the points early in the game. Defense is good enough. I agree.
Why is it
What
Uncle
What
Foreskin?
an awesome name.
Yeah, how about that? Welcome to the chat, my friend.
Hell yeah, buddy.
But yeah, I like.
Well,
and I,
actually make a good point.
yeah, no,
Not trolling.
he's been in the chat multiple times. I haven't said his name because nothing came up. That was a great point.
He also had a good point earlier saying that either Florida or LSU is going to win this weekend.
Yeah,
Great
no, it's
point.
very true. Kimberly, I like what Kimberly said in the chat. I just want them to balance analytics and feel for the game. And I'm saying this as an analytics professional.
Oh.
You need a balance for both.
There is a balance, yes. There's a happy
balance.
medium.
There's a happy medium.
Kimberly, what did the analytics say on the going for it on 4th and 2 at Clemson with no timeouts and 6 seconds left?
Analytics were awful.
I just want to know what that.
That was all to me. That was all feel for the game of my quarterbacks running to the sideline saying, "Let's go, let's go, let's go," and I acquiesced instead of saying, "You know what?
Well, that's
This is not the right time." You know.
Your frontal lobe is not done developing. I make the call.
That's what you.
That's
would say
really
to the
what
head
Brian
coach?
Kelly should have
You
said.
think so?
Hold on. Let's take the points. Good job. I see it. I know it. I want to go for it too, but we're not. Doesn't make any sense.
Easy.
Yeah.
Because it didn't. It didn't. And I was in the same heat of the moment where I'm like, yeah, Nuss is saying go for it. Put him back out there. Let's do it.
Well, don't.
But then you sit back and you go, there's 10 seconds on the clock.
We called
It's
a timeout
4th and
to
2.
talk about
We
it.
don't have any timeouts left. So either Chris Hilton has to get out of bounds or get in the end zone, or it's halftime.
I mean,
And no point, 0. And
that's not concerns me, but that was at that moment.
It was a bad
That's when I
decision.
took the picture of you. What are you doing? But like that's the play. Like Garrett Nussmeier was that fired up to run a quick screen to Chris Hilton.
Yeah,
with
the
no
play call
timeouts?
was bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Like, God, I don't even want to think about it. Like, it was
Unless
just
it worked.
the wrong play at that time. Like,
If Chris Hilton doesn't slip, he probably gets the first down. But
yeah, but if he's in bounds, it doesn't matter if he got the first down.
but
You
he's
added a
getting
first
tackled.
down to your tally.
He's getting tackled there.
You're not getting in the end zone. You're not getting out of bounds. It's
what if he
halftime.
did though?
No, okay.
We're all then the narrative would be like, look at him trust his quarterback. Garrett Nussmeier's like, we got the play call. We know what we can do.
Right.
Let's
Right,
go
right.
take it to Clemson. Like then you
Yeah,
get it
no,
outside
I
to
mean,
one of your best players.
I know how this
Touchdown.
works.
Okay, well,
Like-
imagine the conversation if LSU loses that game, and that was the play call.
Well, we had that conversation
brother,
right
yeah.
when that happened.
Right.
At halftime,
We were melting.
Sean Courtney called us, and it was not a good conversation. And Sean goes, "No, how you feeling?" I'll be like, "Probably how you're feeling, Sean." He's like, "What? Pissed off?" I was like,
Why can I even hear you? Why do you have service? Clemson sucks.
But I do think with the level of defense you have, because you have a very good defense, like a legitimate. And what was my say it with your chest hot take on the Washed Up Sports Network? I said that this LSU defense could very well be the top 3 defense in the country.
Yep.
And I think as the weeks go on, it becomes a
Is that hot anymore?
not as hot of a take.
Is that
Because
even a hot take
That's what I'm
anymore?
saying. Like they look that good.
Well, the other hot takes that weren't hot takes anymore was like Garrett Nussmeier, Heisman, LSU.
National
like
champion.
Yeah, a playoff team. And it's
Right,
like, well, now those are back to being hot takes.
Those are just- yeah, I guess. But yeah, and I think with the defense that you have, you just gotta play into their hands. Like
You placate to your defense. now.
yes,
And as much as Brian Kelly is an offensive guy, I feel like he knows what defense he has for the first time since he's been in Baton Rouge, really. And it's like, okay, I see what we're doing over there on that side of the ball. Take the points.
with this team the way it's constructed,
3 is 7.
three is a lot more than it was last year.
Yep.
Last year's 3 is different than this year's 3. Like teams have scored how many points against LSU? 17 points against LSU so far through 2 weeks. USC scored 27 in week 1.
And damn, well,
Clemson scored 1 touchdown they went for it on 4th down twice on that drive to score that touchdown, and they kicked a field goal on a short field when you turned the ball over. Louisiana Tech scored 1 touchdown on a broken play in garbage time of the 4th quarter
on your backups.
on your backups.
Other than that,
Other than that, you've been stellar. And the way your defense is played, points are points, and you take them. And I understand the sentiment of last season. You needed 6 points. You needed 7 points because your defense was not what it is now. Now 3 points means a lot more than it did last year,
analytically.
So don't forget, every single day we are brought to you by All About Inflatables.
Oh,
It's kind of getting out of water slide season, so it's getting into All About Inflatables slow season as the weather starts to cool down outside. But they still have so many things that you can get for the winter as well. They have dry slides, they have interactives, they got obstacle courses, dry combo bouncers, whatever you want. If you want to keep the kids entertained while you're watching football. If you're not in Death Valley, which you should be. If you're not and you're going to host a watch party, get something that's good for the outdoors, maybe when it's a little chilly. A little obstacle course for the kids to run through.
Yeah,
you
help
got
your
these combo
kids.
bouncers. Let them have fun while you focus on a football game.
this is tricking them into fitness.
There you go.
You trick them into fitness.
Go to allaboutinflatablesds.com, and like Lloyd just did, all you have to do is hit rentals or hit book now, and it's so easy to schedule your
No, go
Pink
back.
Princess Combo Dry.
No, the Justice League
Bouncer.
one looks lit.
You like the Justice League one?
I want to break my neck on that thing.
Nice.
Well,
Don't scare the
cut that
scare
part.
the homeowners, the clientele away. But the 5-in-1 Justice League combo.
Who's your favorite Batman?
Of course, there's big Batman guy. I said
obviously.
that.
George Clooney?
But all you have to do is go to allaboutinflatablesds.com, fire up the website, hit that red book now, and it takes you through the steps of how you can get your inflatable. And if you have any questions, call 225-667-2386. And when you call or book online, let them know you heard about it on Tingle & Co. Gabe and his guys take such good care of their customers, and they do an excellent, excellent job there at All About Inflatables. And like I said, as we get into the slow season for inflatables, All About holiday lighting is coming into the work. So if you want to get some Christmas lights, some holiday lights on your house for the holiday season,
Impress the in-laws.
go to Facebook, look up All About holiday lighting, and you'll see it. Very, very easy to get your house looking pretty, because there are some neighborhoods that require you to have lights on your house for Christmas season.
Oh, like
And
the,
if you're in one of those and you don't want to get up there, or you want to trick the wife into thinking you did such an exquisite,
That's the
excellent
play.
job,
That's the play.
while she's, you pay for her to go get her nails done, pay for her, you give her the credit card to go shopping, you call All About holiday lighting, let them get up there, they deck that thing out for you looking pristine and clean.
it is 2025. Maybe she just goes to work.
Possible. But usually these happen on weekends, usually. When
Yeah.
you go get your holiday lights put on. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back rolling into hour number 2 this morning. We'll get into the DB conversation for Florida
Bouncing
right
into
after
hour
this.
number 2.
There you go.
There you go. And All About inflatables. Have you ever seen somebody sad on a
0 times in my life.
bounce house?
Everyone's happy when they're going down a water
Like-
slide or they're jumping in a bounce house.
Like, even if LSU loses, just take a time for yourself and just go bounce around. Just have a bounce for you.
Put some soap on it. Makes it slippery. Extra slippery.
What are you talking about? Little baby oil.
I never said oil.
Don't put soap on it.
We'll
It
be
burns.
right back after this.
Visit us, Tom and Wright Branding at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Where everyone is family. Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Branning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or a storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back in here. Hour number 2 this morning. We have rolled right through it talking about LSU and Florida on Tuesday. So what are we going to talk about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Probably LSU versus Florida. We do some DB breakdown.
We dude.
As LSU and Florida face off, and people really did like the position breakdowns for Clemson. Got a lot of positive feedback on that, so I appreciate everyone that tuned in live and went back and watched the videos and the clips of the position room breakdowns for Clemson. All the people that came up to us in Clemson that appreciated the position room breakdowns, that knew who they were watching on the field in orange because of what we talked about, and we're going to do that again with Florida this week. Today will be defensive backs, and I'll give you the schedule now as we mapped it out yesterday. Today will be defensive backs. Tomorrow will be the front 7. And then we will close out on Thursday. We'll have running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. And then
skill positions.
And then on Tuesday, we'll have quarterbacks and offensive line because they kind of go hand in hand.
Tuesday?
Not Tuesday. That's what I had on here. Friday will be quarterbacks and offensive line. Tuesday is defensive backs. And obviously, to talk about LSU's DBs, we're not going to go too in-depth because we already did the preseason breakdown for them. But just an update on how they've performed. How would everyone grade the DBs for LSU so far through 2 games?
Christian?
A.
Lloyd?
I know if we're going 1 to 10, A to F.
You can do whatever you want.
10.
Looking at my DB room grades, I had them as a B+ going into the season.
Harsh grader.
Well, I needed to see it on the field.
Oh, going into the year.
Yeah, going into the year. Yeah. Going into the year. I had it at a B+. But I had the ceiling at an A- because I thought I didn't know how good they're going to be. Right now, so far, they've exceeded my expectations. And I would grade them as an A as well. The only reason they're not an A+ is because don't know how good Clemson's offense really is.
And need more turnovers.
LA Tech, and you've only got 1 pick.
It's 2 games. The test isn't over yet.
It's not. They could very well be an A+ by the end of the year.
Great student so far. Probably my favorite.
Do what?
Said a great student so far.
Yes, definitely my favorite students up to this point. And so I think Mansour Delane has been a sight for sore eyes, where it's just kind of been a blast from the past, brought you back to your childhood of watching LSU defensive backs compared to what you've witnessed over the last 5 years. PJ Woodland has been that's one of my favorite things is when you see development on your roster, like where you see it come to fruition of that's how he looked this year and this is how he looks now. And so last year PJ Woodland didn't really get on the field all that much, was undersized, had some penalty issues, and then you look at week 1 and he was excellent against Clemson and he played well again against Louisiana Tech. And so he's been great. And then, obviously, the highest ceiling in that room is on the field already in number 3, DJ Pickett. DJ Pickett has been exactly what you anticipated so far through 2 games, has been excellent, made plays, was only targeted once by Clemson, which shows how good he played as a freshman defensive back because Stingley was targeted multiple times against Texas in that first Power 5 matchup in 2019, and that's obviously our precedent for freshman defensive backs, especially freshman corners, is Derek Shelley, and Pickett looked excellent. So, to me, those are your 3 guys at corner.
Well, real quick, with Pickett, we've been spending some time with Rohan Davey. How tall do you think Rohan is? How large do you think Rohan is? Big guy, right?
6'4".
He's 6'2".
Really?
DJ Pickett is 6'5".
Wow. It's impressive. Rohan is
6'3".
He feels
massive,
bigger than
massive
6'2", but this is all, I'm just going off of the internet.
Yeah.
I guess it's the stoutness that.
Yeah, I mean, and Rosa.
Yeah.
Throw hand gravy.
There you go. And it was funny when we were talking to the Pizza Byron's owner. She was like, I had this little box TV that I'd watch Rohan on, and he'd take up 75% of it. And I was like,
you know that, baby.
I feel that screen up, baby. God, I love Ro. But, yeah, DJ Pickett has been awesome. Delane's been awesome. Those are your 3 corners. And you have depth behind them, which is great. But those are your 3 guys, Woodland, Delane, and Pickett. And until proven wrong, those 3 guys are going to be the ones you see tried out there consistently. And then safety is a room that I've been extremely pleased with. Halsey and Cooley have lived up to the preseason expectations, and you've also got a surprise in that room. Number 2, Jordan Gilbert looks so much better than he did in 2024. Like, the amount of nerves you had going into Clemson because you knew Jordan was going to have to play an extensive amount of time just because of how it looked last year. And then he goes out there, he balls out, he looks comfortable, looks free. Jordan has been a really, really good sight. And then also you have Toviano and Deshaun Spears in that group. Safety's been a really, really good group. So the DBs right now for LSU have been very, very pleasant through first 2 games.
I mean, Jordan Gilbert has been such a I don't want to say such a surprise.
No, it has been.
It has been. Like, him healthy is a different person.
Expectations were low going into week 1. And
Smart
now
man.
He's been a pleasant sight through the first 2 games where he's flying around, he's comfortable, he's free. He's played both safety and he's gotten some run at star. Mm-hmm. And I think he's done an excellent job both times.
Downhill.
He had two blitzes. Like, he rushed the passer twice in that second half against Tech. Me and Roe were sitting in golf suites before the postgame watching it, and Roe was like, time's up perfect. Like, twice. Like, back to back. And so he's looked really, really good so far. So I think right now the LSU defensive back room, a gift we've been given by Blake Baker, Corey Raymond, Jake Olson, and the guys over there on the LSU defensive staff.
And also,
through 2 games.
Real quick, like, makes you wonder how hurt was he?
Right. Like, how bad was it?
What a fucking warrior.
And
like, if you could play like this, and last year I'm going to go out and play, but like, this shit sucks every snap.
Right. And now he's comfortable, and they're balling out, and they've been one of the most pleasant sights on this LSU roster. But to talk about Florida's defensive backs, I'll throw the names at you that you're going to see out there on the field. At safety, it's going to be number 14, Jordan Castell, 6'2", 215. In 2023, he started 11 straight games once he got his first start. Last year, he started every game. So he's extremely experienced at the safety position for Florida. He was a 2023 freshman all-SEC guy. And last game had 5 tackles versus USF. That's who he is. He's a tackler. But he's a shoulder tackler from what I saw. He is not always going in for the technical wrap-up tackle. So they do sometimes leave some opportunities for tackles to be broken. At the other safety spot, number 18, Bryce Thornton, 5'10", 212. He's the guy that'll go make the play and get the interception. Castell's only got 1 interception in his career at Florida. Bryce Thornton had 3 last season and led the team. So he will be the one that will be the ball hawk, go make the play. And then at corner, you'll have Devin Moore on one side, who's returning from a shoulder injury last year versus Georgia, is a Corey Raymond recruit. And that's going to be the dynamic that you see a good bit. A lot of these guys on Florida's defensive back room and that are going to be on the field, Corey Raymond knows extremely well because he recruited them there. Castell was another guy that Raymond was the secondary recruiter on. Devin Moore is 6'2", 200 pounds, and he was one of their highest graded defenders against USF. He was a guy that was very sure tackling. When I watched that game against USF, he went, wrapped up, and did a good job. Across from him, you have Dijon Johnson.
Hold on, I would if you don't think Corey Raymond has a type, look at Devin Moore. Like, I don't know where he finds
these guys
that you could play DB.
6'2", 200.
He's all of 6'2", but it's just like long arms, long, rangy, athletic.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Yeah,
like this is you just like if he were a serial killer, you're in trouble. Like, this is who he's getting.
Yep.
Like,
that's Corey Raymond.
That's what Corey Raymond goes after every single time, and he finds them everywhere.
And Moore played really, and to me played well. One of the bright spots against USF when they didn't have many. And then at their star position, their nickel they call a star position. They have Sharif Denson, 5'11", 190, and then also Aaron Gates, 6 foot 190, was another one of those highest graded defenders against USF. Number 13, Aaron Gates. Then you have Dijon Johnson. He's number 27. He's the corner across from Devin Moore, 6'1", 196. And he had that big pass interference on 2nd and 10, getting close to the 2-minute warning against USF, that led to that game-winning drive that the Bulls had. And then Cormani McClain, number 25, is the other corner that'll get in the mix. I think everyone remembers his name. He was one of the top corners coming out of high school. He's 6'1", 185, commits to Colorado, ends up transferring to Florida. He's a 5-star out of high school. Top end talent. He's got the highest ceiling in the room. And he saw the field a good bit so far this season. But the guys you're going to see on the field the most are going to be Castell, Thornton, Moore, Johnson, and Denson at the star spot. So your two corners, Moore and Johnson, star, Denson, and then your safeties, Castell and Thornton. To me, Johnson and Moore are corners that they trust 1v1. They also trust Cormani McClain 1v1 on the island as well. Devin Moore, like I said, played really well against USF. He had 2 passes defended. And Cormani McClain has all the physical tools. But he's more of a man coverage guy to me. And so the fact that they play as much zone as they do surprises me. And then I thought when I watch these DBs, I'm not going to go too in-depth on the players themselves. Corey Raymond knows them all well. They all have that Corey Raymond build. The ones that I want to highlight are number 14, Jordan Castell, who's one of their most experienced guys. But he was ranked as their lowest coverage guy last season, even though he had 9 PBUs and led the team. So he broke up 9 passes last year, but in coverage he was rated the lowest ranked coverage guy on that team. He's a really good athlete. He's got a great build. Corey Raymond knows him well. Like I said, 6'2", 215, like a good-looking safety. He's a good tackler. He's just not very good in coverage. And you can kind of see that in some of the plays as well. But he's a leader. He's a guy that when I listen to Florida people that cover the team talk about him, they're not the highest on him.
No, he's getting shit on Twitter.
Yes, they're not big fans on Twitter. Christian, when you watched some and listened some to Florida, the defensive backs?
No, I was listening to like the overall melt of the Billy Napier whole since last year, now this year, because this guy on Locked on Florida is kind of in between if he wants to fire him right now. He wants to fire him, but he doesn't know if he wants to do it week 2. But having that conversation right now is brutal.
Here's Jordan Castell. This looks like old LSU.
Yes, that was going to be one of my takeaways, was this looked like LSU over the last 3 years, where they're consistently looking at the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think that's honestly just the Billy Napier.
14.
You could associate that with Billy Napier. I mean, the
Right.
pre-snap with Billy Napier looks Sunbelt. It has looked Sunbelt since he got to Florida. ULL kind of looked that way. The pre-snap penalties, the unreadiness. Florida is a mess right now.
No, I mean, that play that Lloyd was playing was a coverage bust.
Yeah.
And they got lucky that Byron Brown underthrew it, because this should be a touchdown.
And I was listening to Locked on Florida, and they were saying this has been a problem.
Yes.
How long has he been there? 3 years since Brian Kelly got? They've said this has been a problem for 3 years.
And if you go back and you watch, they had a 66-yard touchdown pass USF did later on in that game.
Yeah.
USF did not sub out. Florida starts substituting. And so they're all looking at the sideline, guys coming off the field. Well, USF can snap it because they never sub, so they don't have to wait for the Florida guys to get off the field. Byron Brown just throws it up there. A guy catches it, missed tackle.
Two guys in coverage, too.
Yeah.
That play was especially ugly.
Yeah, it was a rough one. Some of the numbers for this Florida defense, they gave up 227.5 yards, passing yards per game last year, which was ranked 83rd nationally, 12th in the league. Last year, Nuss threw for 260 yards against them. Aaron Anderson had 7 catches, 72 yards, and 1 touchdown. Then another guy for LSU I wanted to highlight last season, Mason Taylor, had 6 catches for 59 yards. Even though he's not on this year's roster, I'm going to be interested to see how they use Bauer Sharp now that he's kind of I would assume is going to be the headline guy at tight end if Trey Dez does not play. How do they incorporate Bauer Sharp knowing that you had so much success with Mason Taylor against this defense last season? And then Byron Brown was 23 of 36, 263 yards, and 1 touchdown. That 1 touchdown was that 66-yard touchdown on a missed assignment where they were looking at the sideline and the wide receiver just ran a go. And a whole lot of play action. USF fakes a handoff almost every time they throw the football. So a lot of RPO play action type stuff. My biggest takeaways watching the defensive backs for Florida, they play off. Like, they are not pressed up really ever. They are off the line of scrimmage. They are giving space, cushion. They're trying to keep you in front of them, like BK said. And so, the same way we talked about Clemson and coming out of the Louisiana Tech game, that underneath stuff is going to be there.
Oh, God, they're kind of a mess.
What? The Florida defensive backs?
Seen this already several
they look like
times
a
in this
Sunbelt
full
team.
breakdown,
Is
but
this
here
that
it is
play?
again.
Yeah. I mean,
Third
like,
down. We're live for a snap.
USF does
Of the
not make
years of the
subs, and
Gators.
Florida is subbing guys
Now,
off the field.
there we go.
And we're not looking
SF
they're
is not
always on the
subbing.
sideline.
We
This
don't
is
get
like
time to
Devontae
sub
Smith
because
Stainer.
they didn't
a
sub.
trick play.
And now, there we go. We're in trouble, right? And you
But yeah,
can
it's
see
just
Brown.
27. Dijon Johnson, their starting corner.
Well, and watch
bottom
the
of the
rest
screen.
of this play. There's two guys in coverage, and this guy goes up
This
and makes a
guy-
catch.
Shout out to Gator Nation FB podcast.
Gator Nation FP.
I mean, he's still kind of in phase here.
Yeah, no, I mean they still did a good job, and then it's just like,
What are we doing right here?
About to make a play. Not. Oh my God, we're not looking at it. Oh
and they run
no.
into each other. House.
God, I would be.
That's tough.
I'd be
It's just
sick.
That's bad defensive back play.
Well,
He-
safety is all over it.
No, both of them are in like the corner
Should be a
overruns it a
pick.
little
That
bit.
should be a
That should be
interception.
a pick.
It should.
The
This should
safety
be a
should
pick
come up
10
and
times
make
out
a
of
play
10,
on that.
and the safety doesn't come over and make a play.
That is a terrible throw.
Instead, runs into his
Why
guy,
did he
sets
do
a
that
screen.
Why do you do that on purpose?
What?
I mean, he sees the football right now,
Yeah. No, he's locked in.
and then he just says, hey, "Never mind, fuck it. I'll let him catch it and run into my own guy." Oh my God.
It's bad.
And he
It's
mi-
bad.
he-
Not
then he
not very
misses.
good defensive back play at Florida. And to me, they play so soft. The underneath is there all the time. And one of the things that stood out to me is they get blocked really easily. Like number 27, Dijon Johnson, anytime a USF wide receiver got his hands on 27, they were going wherever the wide receiver wanted him to go. Like all that underneath stuff and even the run plays that USF ran.
He get caught subbing again.
They're subbing again. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is that not a flag?
No, yeah, it is. But I mean, unless they're off the field. But to me, the things that I saw is that they get blocked easily. The underneath stuff is going to be there. So I think that LSU is going to have the same mindset and scheme going into this game, where they're going to throw that underneath stuff and death by 1,000 paper cuts until you say, you know what? Now we're going to play up. We're going to get a little tighter. We're going to lock in a little bit more, and then the over the top is going to be there. But also, there are going to be so many opportunities for Florida to make mistakes. They are mistake prone in the defensive backfield. And you've seen it multiple times in the clips that Lloyd has thrown up there. They do a decent job tackling, even though there were some broken tackles by USF. I think that's more of a USF thing than a Florida thing. Like they just have a bunch of guys that are put together and
Physical.
are physical.
Starting with the quarterback.
Yeah, but one thing I don't see a lot of playmakers in this Florida defensive backfield. Like 3 interceptions by one of your safeties. The other one's played, I think, going in almost 36 starts and has 1 pick in his career. Like to me, what LSU has in the defensive backfield is playmakers: Mansour Delane, AJ Halsey, Tamarcus Cooley, PJ Woodland, DJ Pickett. I don't see a lot of playmakers in Florida's
No.
defensive backfield, and they are mistake prone. And I think for LSU's offense, just skill position, wide receivers versus DBs, your quarterback getting it to your wide receivers. This is an opportunity for you to maybe get back on track. Mm-hmm. To take advantage of mistakes that a defense makes. Because they're going to make mistakes. You just saw like 3 of them in those clips where that was like blatant bad
That's
defensive
stuff that
backfield
can't
play.
happen.
Right. Like that's not getting outplayed.
But it's so familiar.
Of course. And so watching it last night, looking at some of the things about these DBs, there are a lot of similarities to what LSU has looked like. Not what LSU looks like now, obviously. And if I'm going to rank these 2 rooms next to each other, LSU wins far and away. Like, far and away. And for where LSU...
I've seen that room before.
I know. And LSU paid a lot of money to not have that room.
Yes.
And I think LSU's playmakers offensively, and there's a big key part that we're going to get into as the week rolls on that can affect all of this, where if your defensive line gets pressure on the quarterback, it doesn't matter how bad your back end plays. But just straight up, Nussmeier to these wide receivers against those DBs, it's a clear advantage. They are fundamentally bad, and I just like watching it. I just wasn't impressed, and I see why they were 83rd nationally last year in pass yards per game.
Would they give up 227?
227.5 per game. Byron Brown, who is a running quarterback, I think we can all agree he's a monster running the football. Threw 23 of 36, 263 yards. Because all he had to do was dink and dunk around the football field and then capitalize on a mistake. Garrett Nussmeier is quite literally a much better quarterback than Byron Brown is. From quarterbacking, all the arm, the throwing abilities, Nussmeier is better. And so if he is on, if he shakes back from the rough performance that was Saturday against La Tech, it should be a real good opportunity for him to get back on track and feast upon this defensive back room. But it comes down to, is he making the throws? Because there were a lot of misses this past Saturday. And you very well could be playing behind that same offensive line that you played behind last year against Florida and against Louisiana Tech last Saturday.
Byron Brown's putting up incredible numbers, but he threw for 16 to 24 for 210 yards against Boise State. You go and play at Florida,
right,
and throw it 36 times for 263 yards, a touchdown. Only get sacked once,
yep,
and then run it 17 times for 66 yards. LSU won't probably bring that rushing.
No, they're not going to have the balance that USF had because it was a balanced attack that USF brought. But one thing that Byron Brown and USF did so well was they just always took what was there.
And LSU can take some things from that, like what you did against Clemson.
Yes. That's what I think you're going to see. Death by 1,000 paper cuts, and then guess what? When Florida is subbing people off the field,
that's got to get corrected today.
But we've said that. We said that a million times about some LSU defense.
Florida has dealt with stuff like that for 3 years, though.
Right.
The
and
false
so,
starts, holdings, they have dealt with stuff like that.
Forget he has to listen to his friends bitch about Florida all the time.
Yeah.
It's death by 1,000 paper cuts, and then Florida's going to make a mistake, and you're going to have the opportunity.
Take advantage of it.
And you have to take advantage of it.
In Death Valley.
In Death Valley on a Saturday night. And Seville says, wait and see with Nuss. Got to see which version suits up.
I don't think that's fair to say.
I mean, you've seen two very different versions through this season in 2 games so far.
I think
there's
was he that bad?
There's 2 way completely different elements.
When I went back and watched
games.
it, he missed some.
I missed some
throws.
cash.
He missed.
He
that
didn't get
first
any
one
help.
is blatant. There was a throw to Aaron Anderson in the end zone, which I don't even know if he was throwing it to Anderson or Trey Dez because they were both there.
Same thing with the Nick Anderson touchdown.
Where it hit Anderson's hands.
Mm-hmm.
But the expectation with this quarterback is you put that on your wide receiver.
And Aaron Anderson was mad at himself whenever.
Yeah, it hit his hands.
But he made a.
It's not a drop.
No.
And that was one. But then there was a crosser to Berrien Brown where I'm not even talking about the catch. There was one he sailed right over his head where it was there's 10 yards of space on either side and you miss him. And then there was a couple of bad reads and then he got sped up. Then he threw a prayer into the back of the end zone to Chris Hilton. It wasn't that bad, but he resorted to a lot of bad habits and did not look as comfortable as he did on August 30th. And so I'm hoping to see a Nussmeier that is back confident and comfortable and is making the easy, simple plays that Florida is going to give you. They are going to give you those plays. Unless they've completely changed their identity from USF to now, which, look, they might because they just lost to USF. They might do something else. I don't think they're going to change their identity, and they're going to not let LSU beat them over the top, especially when you don't have a run game like USF did. That dink and dunk stuff is going to be there. Take it. Make it happen, and then capitalize on the mistakes because they're going to be there. Those were my takeaways from watching the Florida defensive back room. Just not an impressive group.
And it's so weird because my brain is still – what's the first thing when you think of Florida? I go straight to DJ Lagway, right?
Of course.
I know you're talking about the DB room,
yeah.
But because of how they finished last year and had they not lost to – USF, I think there would be this common understanding that like Florida might be one of the best teams in the SEC. It feels like that's where they were trending, right?
They were ranked number 13 when they lost to USF, and they are now unranked. So they were ranked 13. If they beat USF, they could probably still be in that
there.
10 to 13 range. And game day's here, and you've got two teams playing with their playoff live
right.
on the line.
I guess that's what's throwing me for a loop is like it felt like it was all lining up to be like this top 10 matchup, but then you go back and watch some of the things that they're doing offensively and defense. Like, damn, are they good? Like, were they ever
that defense, the defensive back room,
not great?
I know
they love their
impressed.
running back and Lagway and their offense, and it's Sunbelt Billy.
Their defense is built in that front seven. That's a good front seven, and we're going to get into that as the week rolls on.
But damn.
But yeah, defensive back wise, a lot left to be desired, and this is a game where the advantage in that competition, like I said, wide receivers against DBs and your quarterback against their defensive backs is a clear advantage to LSU. And so it just comes down to executing, making it happen, taking what they give you, capitalizing on mistakes. Those two things are going to lead to success for LSU offensively. Dink and dunk. Throw the quick hitters to Barry and Brown, Aaron Anderson, Xavion Thomas, Chris Hilton, whoever the quick ones like Caden Durham, Harlan Berry, Jawan Johnson, all those little quick hitters. Throw it around, man. And then guess what? They're going to make a stupid mistake, and you're going to have an opportunity to take the top off and score 6.
And I think that like going back and watching some of these throws from Nush, you could see he's still getting comfortable with the new players like Nick Anderson, Barry and Brown. Like the Barry and Brown, I think he was surprised by the speed. Like it looks like he sped himself up because he's like, oh, he's farther down there than I thought. I got to get rid of it. I'm late on this throw, and he just ends up throwing it short because he didn't put anything in. Like it's all arm, like Rohan was saying. But it's almost like he saw it late, and he's like, oh, he's farther than I think he is.
Which is what surprised me because that's to me when I watched that play,
happen.
That's what that's the script.
Yeah,
Barry and Brown is motioning out to the sideline to run a go, and you throw it to him.
Like to be your first look.
Yes.
But and he's also trying to do the thing, I guess, where you're processing and looking off the safety so he doesn't get over there. Then you look over there. Oh,
he's in the end zone.
He's burning.
Right. And he underthrows it. And then there were just a couple more down the line.
He didn't even do that. He's looking right at him.
After that interception, to me,
it was over.
Where he was out of it. And you saw a clear, different Nussmeier than you did, which is still a good Nussmeier. He still made some really good throws and kept plays alive, and you saw the good things here and there.
That was the
but he went back to
first driver on one, way out of bounds. You're like, no, I'm not going low today, boys.
Right.
Sorry. And it just kind of changes your whole outlook. No breakfast balls in football.
Right. And so that one ends up being like, if it's an incompletion, it still might be a different game. But it bounces into the Louisiana Tech defenders' hands. They get confidence. Nussmeier loses a little bit of his, and it's a different ball game. So to me, this is a game where you can get that confidence back against this defensive backfield, but you got to be on.
Can't blame that one on Sloan.
No, and there's a couple of throws in there where you can't blame it. And I'll give a shout out to Preston Guy on Twitter. He put out a good bit of these plays, and you can really see some of the misses that me and Rowe and Lloyd talked about over the weekend. Because me and Rowe had the same conversation. We got into Pizza Brian's. We were setting up. Rowe highlighted a couple of those plays where Nussmeier just missed, and it was ones where you expect number 18, your fifth-year quarterback, number one player in the country, number one pick, Heisman favorite, to make the throws. So we'll see how it continues on. Lloyd, do you want to tell everyone about our friends over at F45?
F45, I do. Today is Tuesday, Strength Day.
There you go.
Tuesday.
So, obviously, tough for me to make it on a Monday after a game day. Did a lot this weekend, but because we were able to do so much, and the reason I could is because I've been getting my fitness on at F45, able to move some equipment around, be able to stay up late, wake up early because I've got my recovery with cold plunge, hot sauna, get yourself right, and then today, lift day, get a little pump in. What they did on Thursday was, as I mentioned before, you could go either upper body or lower body. After a day of tailgating, or a weekend of tailgating, lower body's fine. Probably hit the chest today, get a little pump in, drop into the cold plunge, to get a little sauna, get myself back and acclimated for another game day weekend. So this week's all about recovery. Go find yourself some recovery at F45.
They have
Schedule now.
The Blue Bonnet location?
Yes.
Is that the one you go to?
That's where I'm at City Square, right next to it. Now there's traps all around you. You got to stay committed.
There you go.
There's a burger restaurant. There's Izzo's right there.
Delightful.
But there's one thing I'm there for. It's fitness.
There you go. And they also have a Bocage location there
Yes.
on Jefferson Highway. So make sure
That's where Katie goes.
you head over to F45 and you tell them you heard about it.
Right
on
here.
Tingle & Co.
Tingle & Co. Mention my name and get 10% off.
And also, if you, like we said, it's the gold game this weekend. If you need some stuff to wear, we've got 20% off codes for grandstands and rowback. So you have you take your pick. Use code TIGERS Tigers at rowback.com for 20% off with a first-time email. And then if you go to grandstandsapparel.com, use code CUT20, CUT20, you get 20% off over there. They both have some really good options. So as much as you need, go get from those two, weigh them against each other and use those 20% off codes so that you can get 20% off every single time. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us this morning, listening to us talk about some LSU Florida, some defensive back breakdowns. And I think it's time to connect athletically this morning. As me, Lloyd, and Christian will see if we can continue our streak of going 13 for 13, 4 for 4 in connections, and 9 for 9 in the Daily Dozen. Cody Boudreaux, what is worse, the gold or purple jersey? Obviously the gold jersey, but you will see me in a gold jersey on Saturday.
Crazy purchase. Cody Boudreaux, thank you for the $5 super
What
chat.
is worse?
Always lift,
You don't
BJJ,
like
improve your cardio, and shop at AJ Sports Cards.
The gold jersey is worse than the purple jersey.
you like the purple jersey more? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
Yep. I do like the gold jersey, though I own one.
You said it like it was like a fact. I was like,
Well, I think it
some
is.
people will disagree.
I think it is a fact.
I don't know. I don't think you'll find a lot of people that like the gold as it were.
People in my generation really like the gold jersey.
Oh, the young folk. Gen Z.
I didn't hate them, but I don't want them to be in the rotation.
People like them because you can wear them to the games now.
Yeah, I don't think LSU will put them on
It's
this
a
season.
pure interaction based
Yeah,
jersey.
I don't think LSU will put them on this season, but I'm going to wear one. I like wearing it as a fan, but
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I mean, I get why they did it against Vanderbilt. It had some historical context. And
Yeah, whatever.
You wanted some excitement because you were in a bad spot.
like the Saints.
Bad spot. Ooh, Scotty Scheffler. Rory McIlroy. Tiger and Hideki Matsuyama.
Hideki. Oh, that could be. No, that's Hideki.
Oh,
Matsui.
John Rahm? No, Rahm is
John Daly.
Jay.
Jay Johnson?
Oh, pick him.
No,
Does John Daly have an H in his name? Yeah, he does.
he does.
It'd be shocking. It could be Hideki Matsui or Hideki Matsuyama. 'Cause I was just thinking Judge.
It's definitely Hideki, huh?
Let's take a shot. You son of a bitch.
Well, we can do the referee
Oh, I
one.
think Tiger's wrong.
Oh.
I think it's Cardinals, Tigers.
Jay. C.
Let's go.
You know what we're going to do?
Well, we can do referee, linesman, judge, and then umpire.
There you go.
Attaboy.
Need one. Need to get back on track. The Seahawks. The
Blackhawk.
Hawks.
Mm-hmm. Say it.
Jayhawks. And Ball Hawks.
Tiger Hawks.
Cardinal Hawks. Hideki
Blue
Hawks. Blue Hawks.
Ball Hawks.
Ball Hawks.
John Hawks. Chief
Ball
Hawks.
Ball Hawks.
Okay. Ball Hawk. Okay, good.
Okay. So now you've got
Black Hawk.
the Black Hawks.
Black Hawk. Black Hawk. Black Hawk. Black Hawk. Black Hawk.
What's your favorite thing?
Black Hawk.
My favorite bird.
My favorite bird.
So I think it's got to be Tiger, Rory, Scotty, and John. We already tried that. So John and Scotty, yeah.
Fuck.
So is it Chiefs, Tigers, Cardinals?
St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blue. Help me out here. Aren't the Blues in St. Louis?
I have no idea who the Blues are.
The hockey team.
I don't watch hockey.
St. Louis. I don't either, but I know that.
Yeah,
St.
yeah,
Louis
yeah,
Cardinals.
yeah.
Tigers, the Cardinals, the Chiefs, and the blue or the Blues?
It's like the Blues. It's
Okay,
like a
so Blues,
music
Tigers, Chiefs, Cardinals. It's gonna be John, Hickey, Rory, and Scott.
note. Missouri teams. That's what that is.
Yeah, they're missing an S.
Okay, got it. There we go. Got it. We made it happen.
There's a sweat. I don't like
Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
spaghetti already.
There's
in my
vomit
spaghetti
on his
spaghetti.
sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
That's
He's nervous.
disgusting.
But on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down.
The whole crowd goes so loud. He
Copyright.
opens his mouth, but the words
Copyright.
won't come out.
He's
Choking now. Everybody's choking. Wow.
Talk
Time's
about an
up.
overrated rapper.
Oh, shut.
Yeah.
Your little pea brain can't handle
Yeah.
it.
Sorry.
Snap back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh, there goes Rabbity. Let's see it. Celebrity mashup. Throw Eminem in there. Wouldn't that be awesome?
More bad songs than good songs.
That's what happens when you put out a lot of songs.
That's just not true.
Too many songs.
I hope he's in the celebrity mashup.
It could
it's
be.
Not. That's going to be Kate Hudson.
And Adam DeMamp.
No.
How do you
and it's
know
the guy
this?
from...
That's definitely Kate Hudson.
It's Magneto. What's his name? He's
Oh.
got a foreign name.
Foreign to you, not to him.
Oh, right.
Alt-right.
Crazy with the Cheese Whiz. I'm coming to the game this weekend. I feel good about the game.
Okay, crazy. With
See you there, Crazy with the Cheese Whiz. Feeling good as well. It's what's his name? The guy from he's the young Magneto in X-Men.
Carson Wentz. What is Magneto's name? I can see him. Does he play? Wait, does he play Steve Jobs? Is it Michael Fassbender?
That's his name. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, I finally contributed to this. I hope it's right. Yes, that feels good.
I knew it was right. I just didn't know his
Yeah.
name. Good job, Lloyd. Thank you.
Thank you. No, I'd say that would be my only way I could help is knowing the person. You
Yes.
know what they look like. I just have to know the name.
Josh McCown started the most games at QB for this NFC team during his 16-plus year pro football
Is
career.
it the Bears or the Bucks? Don't those both sound like it would be one of those two? Oh, Nito. Oh, nice, Vegas. That's what's that? The young boy, but he's actually an old man. He's Andy Milanakis and who else is in? Oh, Riff Raff,
The young
Nito,
boy.
Burrito.
He's actually a young man.
Yeah.
Biga
Cardinals.
says Jets. Everybody else is saying Cardinals. Yeah, Biga said no idea. So go Cards.
I thought it was Cardinals.
Albert Bell. Outpacing him in almost all major hitting stats. This Red Sox slugger won the 1995 AL MVP.
They didn't like Albert Bell. He got kind of blackballed by the league. Former LSU Tiger.
Yep.
I think he was clearly on steroids
Who won the
too.
1995 AL MVP from the Red Sox? You're a Red Sox guy, Lloyd.
I'm not.
Manny?
No.
No.
No, this is too old.
I feel like Lloyd would have guessed that right off the bat if it was.
Yes.
Aren't you a Red Sox fan?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. This was also 7 years before I was born.
1995.
Well,
Mo Vaughn?
Mo Vaughn. That's the.
Hell yeah, he was an angel. Do you know what Mo Vaughn looks like?
No.
Oh, brother. Let's go. Hold on, I'm just going to show you. Mo
Yeah, no,
Vaughn's a
please do.
legend.
Please do. Big Mo Vaughn.
It is big Mo Vaughn.
What has he ever done?
I get one MVP in 1995.
Over Albert Bell. who out-hit him in almost every
College
statistic.
basketball, that one you can mark down as green.
You think so? You're feeling confident in that?
And you.
Oh, thanks, Christian. That's sweet, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Christy.
Thanks, Chrissy.
God, this is awesome.
Let me see this, man. I'm excited.
Legend.
To
He
see
was
Mo
so
Vaughn.
good in King Griffey Jr. baseball.
I think I might become a Mo Vaughn fan. Let's go.
He's a fucking
that's
unit,
right.
dude.
That's a
And
tank.
he only hit for contact, huh?
Yeah, and he led the team in stolen bases.
LSU's got a Mo Vaughn on their team this year. A tank in the batter's
But he hits for
box.
power.
So does move on.
Shout out Mo Vaughn. Big Mo Vaughn.
Oh no,
Like this guy.
He admitted to taking human growth hormone. That's okay.
That's all right.
Got your MVP.
Got any extra?
Yeah. I don't know if it took.
HGH.
Something happened.
We can test it out on Christian.
That's right.
This school was the preseason #1 in the 2022
Texas A&M.
2023 AP poll, then missed the tournament entirely.
North Carolina
Take
Duke.
me back to 2022, 2023.
Is it UNC?
This was year 1 of Matt McMahon.
Well, we weren't ranked 1.
No, but I have to get myself back into the
This
zone.
was this the year after
Kansas?
UNC went to the Final Four and then did not
Make the tournament.
make the tournament because they returned RJ Davis and then that
It's
other
either
guy,
Kansas or
Blaylock.
it's either Kansas or North Carolina.
I think it's North Carolina.
North Carolina does feel right because they made a Cinderella run as like an 11 seed,
Right.
and lost
Played
in
in
the
New
national
Orleans.
championship. Yeah, North Carolina. That was the New Orleans. Caleb Love.
That was the year after. Well,
Nice.
yeah, right, yeah.
Audi is an automobile brand that originates from what
Germany.
country?
You sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Do y'all know? I'm pretty sure it's German.
He says that's the Sweden.
See what the chat says real quick. I think it's Germany, though.
I know that BMW. You just deleted the Discord?
Volkswagen. Are you serious? No.
How did that happen?
What?
He's a moderator.
He's a mod.
How did he clone in the Discord?
Let's see.
Yeah.
All right, chat.
Whoa,
where
what
does Audi come? Are you throwing almonds again?
Oh, that popped.
No, the Discord's still there.
This is the German.
Hey!
Hey! Ha! Which energy drink brand produces a canned hard alcohol beverage known as the Beast?
I mean, it's got to be Monster,
Is
huh?
that bucked up?
I don't know if Monster makes an alcohol.
I mean, I don't think Red Bull does.
Four Loko?
No, it's an energy drink brand.
Four Loko
Four Loko is
used to be an energy drink.
Yeah, right.
It was electric. God.
the Beast.
What a
This sounds like
cheap way to
the
get
battery
It's got to
acid.
be
Battery
Monster.
No. That's what they want you to guess.
What's the what, Prime?
No, Prime?
No.
No.
Monster for show.
I'm telling you guys, it's
Beat-up.
Monster.
That's great. Well, I've never seen one. I'd drink it.
Seville says it doesn't make. Monster
See?
doesn't
I know
make
it
an alcoholic
doesn't.
drink.
They're a wholesome brand. What other?
Is it Rain? No, not Rain. I'm trying to think of the gas station.
Kenny Blala says Monster also. Cody Boudreaux, you can do alcohol and do drugs.
C4.
That would be crazy. I feel like I should know this.
You should.
I don't do canned hard
That's
alcohol.
Nice, Cody Boudreaux. Which ones?
Yeah. Are we going up or down?
Up,
The
up,
Beast.
up.
The Beast. I mean, that just sounds like.
Oh,
Kenny Bilal, it's Monster. I have some.
how is it? Hell yeah, brother. Thank you.
Fence post, baby.
Let's go. What's it like?
God,
This
it's
is all. This
crazy.
is a pre-made Red Bull vodka. 6% alcohol. Where are these? You said you wanted an energy drink sponsor. Let's get blasted. Nasty Beast. Oh my God! Look at his website.
I don't want to.
Brother.
This guy needs to go to prison.
Brother.
Look at this guy. This is Christian.
Is
Hell
this
yes.
the guy who makes it or owns who is this?
I don't know.
Oh,
gosh.
gosh.
It looks like a fake commercial.
That just screams
Blind
blackout.
lemon.
Oh god.
Nasty. A hard T.
Oh my gosh.
The
Lord,
beast.
Do not give me one of those ever. Never.
I mean, these women are in trouble.
God. That...
I'll take one. I'll hit my wife, please.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
2 for 5 on domestic abuse.
That's not good.
Oh, there goes the sponsorship. Shit.
Yeah.
Blonde lemon. It's not my fault. We're like blonde women. Am I right?
Dr. Richard Burke on the
Ah.
NBC sitcom Friends. This is Tom Selleck.
Sure. I think Friends, if you like it, you're kind of a smooth brain.
What? It's a good show. It's all right.
Mm.
Josh Brolin played a younger version of Tommy Lee Jones' character in this 2012 sci-fi film. What was that?
Men in Black?
Oh, yeah. Tommy Lee Jones.
This could be wrong. Oh, I don't. Gee, what's that?
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's one of these.
Yep.
International.
It's not the first
new
one.
It's not the second one. It's got to be the third one.
Yeah. Men in
I've
Black
never
3.
seen. What's Men in Black International?
Is that new one?
This isn't fair. Let's go 3.
There you go.
Yes.
Music, let's see.
Along with the lead singer of Chicago, this artist has #1 hits in the 1980s for Glory of Love and The Next Time I Fall.
Who's the lead singer of Chicago?
Good question.
I don't know. I've never heard Chicago.
You think it's a man or a woman?
Woman.
Marilyn Monroe? Somebody's got to know this.
Come on, chat. Who was alive in 1980?
Yeah, 2 Four Locos, 2. Dude, we bought Peter Veteran, Peter something.
Randy Jones. He was
Oh,
alive in
Randy
1980.
Jones!
I feel like 2 Four Locos now are blackout.
No, but these used to have guarana in them, so they were actually an energy drink.
Mm.
And whenever they...
It's the top one.
9-0, let's go, Randy Jones, Peter something. But whenever they went out of style, or I guess were illegal, they were banned, we bought like 8 flats of them. And just
Four
kept...
Locos?
Yeah, like the old school ones. And you could sell them on eBay. But we brought them to one last hurrah on spring break, and people were dropping like flies. They were sleeping in the hallway.
I remember the first time I
You
was
had Four
introduced to
Loko?
I did not drink the Four Loko, but I was introduced to the Four Loko
What'd you think?
when I was in high school.
Hell yeah.
And it was like
Yep.
junior year homecoming, and
Oh,
I'm telling
shit,
you,
yeah.
every soul in that after party
I was
had a
gone.
Four Loko in their hand. And it got spilt in my back seat because I was obviously the designated driver.
And
And
they-
one got spilt all over my
They're
back
big.
seat. Mom comes to help me find my wallet the next morning in my car.
Oh, it smelled like...
Opens the door and she goes, "Oh!" I was like, "Oh gosh."
Son, I got my hands on one last year before.
Got my hands on one.
Was it Southern Alabama? It was some team. It was some small team last year. LSU played, and I went to the suites with my cousin, buddy. I have not been invited back since, and I'm not gonna get invited.
Turkey came out, or was it Thanksgiving turkey?
No, it was turkey. I
They
wasn't
had
puking.
12% alcohol.
I function. I just don't shut up. You know.
We
Trust,
very well aware.
Trust.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
We
it doesn't
hung out
get
with
sloppy, but
hung out with Turkey Friday night before Clemson, and not
Yeah,
a fan.
he
That's what
sucks.
Christian. So Christian, when he gets like that, is named Turkey. And then when he gets to the next level, it's Thanksgiving turkey.
And I have not
And that's
met
when you
either
get
one of them.
stuffed.
No, because that would be
Missionary's crazy.
that would lock you up. No, that would lock you up. That's not consensual at that point, especially if it's Thanksgiving turkey.
The original Four Loko contain 12% alcohol by volume, which is double whatever this monster drink is,
Right.
and 156 milligrams of caffeine, or about the same as 2 cans of Red Bull. And you would have, the thing was, you'd try to do 4 Locos, so 16 Loco, and people went to the
16
hospital.
So 4 Locos would be how many milligrams of caffeine? It's 150 times 4.
Yeah,
So 600 milligrams of caffeine.
and a lot. And
You know, said
48
stuffed Chrissy.
stuffed Chrissy.
That's crazy.
And 48% of your body is now alcohol.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Because people would just like go to the hospital.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's a bad idea.
Dude, in Clemson, I had 2 sugar, because usually I drink sugar-free energy drinks. I had 2 smaller Red Bulls with sugar in it. Dude, my veins in my head were like popping out of my skull.
The day of
When
the
was
game
that?
in Clemson, I felt this young man's heart, and it was pounding out of his chest.
I could feel it. It was like, I could hear it.
It was
What
bad.
did
We were
Wait.
7 hours away from game time.
He was crushing Red Bulls before the game.
I only had 2, and they were like the smaller ones too. But
Oh, I'll
like,
probably have like 4 or 5 Red Bulls
You
on
tried to
game
sneak
day.
one in.
were they
the stadium.
sugar free?
That was for you.
I know, and we both forgot about it.
Yeah.
You tried to go through
No,
Terry
a,
with it.
a little panicked.
What got me was that
There's a
it wasn't sugar free.
Whenever you got pulled aside walking
thought
in
we
the
were
stadium, I was like, I looked at Billy. I was
Empty
like,
all
oh.
of my
I was
pockets?
like, oh, no.
I saw him mess with his wallet, and I was like, "Oh, brother, we're going home. Like Lloyd ain't making it to this game."
I had a Red Bull in my pocket. Are you happy to see me?
Thank God you did, because
I didn't know what it. I
Dude,
didn't.
my heart stopped.
I legitimately was like, I don't know what it is, dude. I have like a divot replacer in my wallet, and I was like, maybe it's that. And I was like, oh, I have a huge can
I have
of
a
Red
Red
Bull.
Bull in
And he
my
goes, do
back
you want to crush it or throw it away? I was like, I don't want this anymore. What is it even for me?
Yes, if you wanted to shotgun it.
Yeah, I should have.
It would have been a
Heart was already beating.
Yeah. Mine wasn't.
Had to get that whiskey in.
Oh, I was
are
frightened.
you really a fan if you needed that Red Bull?
It wasn't
It wasn't for him.
It was for.
me.
Oh,
I needed a Red Bull,
right.
which I ended
Rhetorical
up not needing.
question,
Which
but-
I ended up not needing
Yeah.
it because I got fired up once we got in there.
You see the field, and you're like,
We're already OT. Let's go. Let's do a yackle. Let's do something
All right.
else. We're already overtime, and I've got a meeting at 10 on the computer anyways.
With whom?
None of your beeswax. It actually is your beeswax, just not on the
Oh,
microphone.
yeah. I don't want to know about it.
I know you don't. That's why I handle it.
Yak. Yak, yak, yak.
Yak, 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 yak. USF Miami's going to be a fun football game this weekend. I'm excited about that.
No, I
one.
think USF does it again.
I saw another game that popped up. Oh, one that crossed my mind that we hadn't really talked about at all. Vanderbilt throttled Virginia Tech.
And Virginia Tech. South Carolina. Although
South Carolina
Carolina's
did
good.
not throttle.
No,
I
not
mean,
that way.
Vanderbilt, like,
You're picking your nose on the stream.
yeah,
Not me.
I had to grab something out my nose.
You got a piece of candy in there?
I had to grab something.
What was in there?
A booger.
Oh, eat it.
See it?
Eat it.
No,
Eat it.
put it back in.
Eat it. Oh, that's cool. I
ew.
think that's how the nose
Cool
works.
party trick.
Yeah.
Go party trick. Taking
They
picking your
make you
nose and put
leave.
it back.
Want to see something? Look at this.
Ah, you're disgusting.
It's green.
The president to acquire the most land in U.S. history. Would that be
Louisiana Purchase.
Tommy Jeff?
Or would it be who bought Alaska?
Thomas Jefferson. Give it a try. Nope.
Andrew Jackson.
Who's the first president? He got all the land.
George Washington.
Who did Manifest Destiny? Martin Van Buren.
You can do the Adams.
No, try-
the Adams,
try
John
Andrew
Quincy
Jackson.
Adams, John Adams, Andrew Jackson.
Damn it. 9/11. It's coming up. 2 days away.
I didn't even think about that. What day is that going to be? Oh, that's going to be Thursday?
Just like the original.
I don't know. Went alive. Think of more presidents. Did you do the Adams? John Quincy. This is not going to be right.
This is embarrassing.
John
Let's see.
Quincy
Roosevelt?
Adams. No, it's going to be one of like the first.
I'm trying to think like Alaska. Because Alaska's huge. It's the Louisiana Purchase, though, whoever that was.
Yeah,
I thought
was
that was
not
Andrew
Thomas
Jackson.
Jefferson?
I thought that was Andrew Jackson.
God, okay, we just need to skip and go to something else. The Four Kings of Comedy. Yes, Johnny L. Goodson had that one. I knew Bernie Mac and Cedric the Entertainer. And then Steve Harvey and D.L. Hewley.
Bernie.
Bernie Mac, legend. R.I.P.
He is a legend.
Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer.
I'll leave that one in the
And then
middle for
DL.
Lloyd.
Buster Douglas.
Oh, 3 main ingredients. What? Oh, yeah. Who else did it? Jake Paul. Oh, shit.
Evander Holyfield.
Yep.
Kings of Comedy was awesome.
When did George Foreman fight? He's got a good grill.
Bitters, bourbon, and sugars. I knew that.
Oh.
Simple
It's
syrup.
that simple syrup, yeah.
There you go.
And you don't even need the first two.
Ooh, the 5 resource in Setters of Catan.
I don't know what that is.
Kevin McBride.
Wood.
Kevin McBride.
Wood?
Wood. Stone.
James Polk.
There you go. Wood. No, not Wood. Wood. You said James Polk and I said Wood.
Sticks. Fire. Rocks.
Stone.
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 Stoned.
Stony. Stoner.
Gold.
Gold. Currency.
Elixir.
Elixir.
Judd
If you like
Apatow
your-
movies
Fire.
with Jonah Hill.
You like your elixir?
Super bad.
Let's go super bad. Let's go get him to the Greek.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one?
War Dogs.
That's not a Judd Apatow movie.
Good movie though.
It is a good movie.
What is before Get Him to the Greek? Where he's knocked up.
Oh, yeah.
Think Fat Boy.
Lettuce.
I think that's a movie.
Nope, it's the
Tomato.
vegetable
That's
soul.
not a. Yeah, it is a vegetable.
Carrot.
Hmm.
Carrot. Pumpkin.
Peace.
Roast potatoes. Gosh. Uh-oh, here comes Cajun Curveball with all the Ivy League schools. Harvard, Penn, Yale, Dartmouth, Cornell, Princeton.
Harvard.
Made straight B's. They called me Buzz.
Dartmouth.
Dartmouth.
Penn.
Penn. UPenn.
Pennsylvania.
Onion,
Pennsylvania.
cucumber.
Cornell.
Onion. Garlic.
Cucumber.
Cucumber.
Zucchini.
Cucumber.
I love
Cucumber.
I love zucchini. I love zucchini.
Cucumber. Cucumber. Have you ever seen that little
Cumcuber.
that girl that she doesn't speak English very well? She's French and she's doing like you have to say it correctly for it to go through.
Uh-huh.
Cucumber. Cucumber.
Spinach.
Asparagus, green beans.
Spinach. Kale.
If it does their vegetable, I don't eat vegetables.
Egg.
Brown.
Eggplant.
Brown.
It's not a vegetable. Just
It's
brown.
an Ivy League school. Lennox Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
You try eggplant yet?
Fulton Reed, Dean Portman.
Nice.
Bash Bros.
You've never seen that? But what is this is the end? Oh. What other Jonah Hill movies? What are we doing here?
Let's see. Somebody said it in the chat. Funny People.
Oh, that one's not great. Or maybe I need to go back and revisit it.
Was he in Zack and Miri?
No, he wasn't.
Columbia.
What
In
about
Columbia,
what's
wear your jacket.
oh
Shout out
Columbia is
Dardar.
Yeah, shout out Dardar, Columbia.
that's crazy.
Which movie were you about to say?
Femur. Arm. What is it called?
Moneyball. No, that's not a Judd Apatow movie.
Oh, maybe so. Let's see the penis.
Can't remove that.
Corn.
Bell peppers.
Broccoli.
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 What is that from?
We'll show you after the show.
All right. Grandma's Boy. Is he in that? Yeah. Oh.
Cilantro. Brick. Charlie horse.
This is awesome.
We guess avocado.
Brick.
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 Oh,
Charlie
nice.
horse.
Charlie horse. Parsley.
Okay, wood, brick, sand.
Broccoli. Broccoli Rob. What's the other broccoli? The white one.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
The white one.
Celery.
There
Celery?
you go. That's a good one.
Celery?
Grow up.
No. But you just put a hole in that chair.
Avocado's a fucking fruit, Christian, just like you. That's what Biga said. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's what I was thinking. Damn it. That's the precursor to get him to the Greek.
I've never been more back. Biggest is so back.
Brussels sprouts.
Russell Crowe.
Brussels sprouts. That is a good one.
The muscle from Brussels.
Wishbone.
Sure.
Teeth.
No. Have you ever played Operation?
Oh, the game. I thought you meant like actual surgical operation.
No. Adam's apple and broken heart. Yes.
I haven't done this game. It seems
I've
like it would be
played
fun
forever.
though.
It's
What's
intense.
that green thing in operation?
Your liver. Spleen. All right, we have 1 minute left.
Stomach.
Burgers.
Shoe.
Oh, we need one more. We need two. Forgetting Sarah Bar. What else is this fat boy in?
Judd Apatow movies.
He's not in The Hangover.
Heart. No, we already did Heart, Kitty. Kitty.
Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
Sweet
Lamb,
potatoes.
ram, hogs, dogs, green beans, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken.
You name it.
Oh my gosh, 72 people are watching this. It's awesome. Bread basket,
Butterfly.
and butterflies in the belly.
Now we just start playing the games and the viewership just goes down and down.
Well, that, but it's just like 72 people are still watching.
Hell
us
yeah,
do
and
this.
playing with it. If you act like you wouldn't do this if you were
Of course,
sitting,
I would do it.
I would be thrilled.
Excited. I'm happy doing it
Yeah,
right
what
I
else
now.
do we have
would
to do?
be bricked up. Or rocked up. Rubber Band Man.
No, Apatow didn't do the jump streets, did he?
21. Can you do something for me?
I didn't think so. Albert Brooks, Defending My Life.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Give up. Have to go home. There you go. Feed the cat.
Show answers. Show me the answers.
40-year-old version. Oh, the two great ones. Fuck
I didn't
me.
know he was in 40-year-old version.
Wheat and ore.
Wheat,
Oh,
sheep.
Mushroom and pepper.
I would.
Spare ribs.
I would brick
Rider's cramp.
a sheep or. Worked out better than I thought.
You're disgusting.
All right, Christian, take us home. Tell the people where they can find
watching.
us. Yeah.
What position group are we previewing tomorrow?
Front seven.
Front seven preview tomorrow. I
Name
will not
name
be
the
here.
front seven.
For LSU.
No, for Florida.
I know, but I want you to name LSU's front seven right now.
Whit Weeks, Wes Weeks, Harold Perkins, Patrick Payton, Gabe Relaford. You go Jack Pyburn, Don McKinley, Bernard Gooden, or who's the other DT in there?
Tank.
Sadir Mitchell, Tank Guillory. Yeah, I think that's all of them.
Good job.
Harold
Good job,
Perkins.
Chrissy.
Bang.
Harold
See y'all
Perkins.
tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us this morning. Make sure you like, you subscribe, you share it with your friends and family, and you follow us on our social medias at Tingle__co. Appreciate you guys. This morning, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. And make sure you join the Discord. Also, don't forget this weekend, game day stuff. We have a post-game show with Rohan and Kevin. Rohan Davey and Kevin Falk will be in the golf suites with us. Lloyd, that's disgusting. And then on Sunday, we'll be in Pizza Byron's with those guys, talking some ball, recapping the game, watching it a second time. LSU, Florida this weekend. See y'all tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Kiss your loved ones, hug them tight, squeeze them.